He's like,
All right.
no, please don't.
And
No.
we're back.
Ooh, wait. You can hear me really well?
Yeah,
Nice.
I turned off the room sound. I was going to try and capture room sound since you guys are sharing a mic, but
That's right. That's sort of like unless we turn their mic up so that they don't have to speak so close to it.
at some point it's going to peak. That's fine.
It'll peak.
Just project like if you're in theater class.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
All right, where's the intro at?
Let me get some
treble.
turn it
Put
up
some
on
treble
mine.
on it.
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
Oh, yeah, nice and sexy.
hey, yo.
Get up on that mic, yeah.
Ooh.
Have we
hey.
started recording?
Yeah, that's why he's
Oh,
doing his
shit.
beatbox.
Oh, damn.
Feel free to jump in and any beatbox that he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the new podcast.
Wait, hold on. No. Wait a minute.
Welcome all
That's
to
the
episode
official
40
intro.
of the None of Our Business podcast.
Episode 40.
We are your gracious hosts, Filthy, Philly Fanatic, Peace Easy, Sane,
That's all me.
Silent Tempo,
Yeah. Yo.
P-Money,
Money?
Philanthropy, Philosophy.
Hey, that's a lot of names. Let's
All right, we got Keenan
He's a very
Duncan,
important person.
CNN Dunkaroos, K9, C-Section,
C plus student. No way.
and I'm Joe.
He's
I'm
just
I'm
Joe.
just regular ass Joe. Today we have some very, very special guests.
Raised on TV.
What up? Good to be here, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us like super
Yes,
last minute.
very last minute.
No problem, man.
But
You know,
you're
it's
here.
funny because we had gone to I had gone to that show at the Mint, and we were like, yeah, we got to get him on, and it kind of worked out to the right dates because we said it'd probably be sometime around the end of August, September, and it kind of
you came
just
back from
worked
your
out.
tour.
There it is, man. Here we are.
Yeah.
It's weird. It worked out.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's
I'm
cool when it
happy.
happens, man.
Oh, wait, you guys went on tour?
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
yeah, we did. We went on a 5-week tour. We played 20 shows on the road,
Oh.
all over the country, all over Canada.
God damn.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
sick,
man.
sick.
It was awesome.
Did you have any crazy orgies along the way?
We almost did.
Yeah.
He's
Those
like,
are the best stories.
We can get into that a little bit. We're getting dirty early, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting dirty early.
Oh, he can never get dirty.
No.
I thought we talked about
Early
this
enough.
like 20 minutes into it.
No. I go in raw dog.
No, I
right
like
in the
it.
first 5.
I like it. Let's get raw.
Keenan doesn't do
Let's get-
foreplay.
I like it, man. Let's
Only
not
when I
waste
come
time.
quick.
Wait, what?
Let's not waste time, man.
Yeah.
Let's just skip the lubrication and get
Let's get right
let's get
in
on
it.
with it. Yeah, in Toronto, if Casey's got some, I think he's got some things he can say about this.
Hey, he looks like trouble. What's going on over here?
So you want to tell him what happened in Toronto, man?
Well, basically with Toronto, we're doing this show in this little dive bar, and when we ended the set, there was these 2 Irish couples that I ended up starting talking to, and
Yes, you did.
and
Aye.
basically one of the girls was flirting with me really hard, and then I stepped away and came back, and then everyone except for her told me how she's with her boyfriend, and so it just got really awkward after that.
Oh, shit.
She'd also put on one of our band T-shirts, but that was all she put on. She took off all her clothes
Holy
and just put on one of our
shit.
shirts and was like walking around the bar
Toronto?
in Toronto. Yeah,
I'm coming for you.
it's a fun town, man.
Yeah, he is.
That's
So-
cool.
So nothing like that in the States. We're very...
Wait, the story isn't over, right?
Over.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just getting started.
So basically, I started drinking more with the other Irish couple, and it was super fun. And then I started talking to the other Irish couple again, and the girl ended up grabbing my hand to her ass,
Oh, yeah.
and just
Holy
had
shit.
it there for like a good few minutes.
Yeah.
And I decided to walk away and like watch the crowd a little bit more for the next band. And then the guy that was her boyfriend walked up to me and just like was brushing my ass and just asking me how I'm doing.
So yeah, getting ass grabs from every direction, you know,
Yeah.
Hey,
every which way.
That is phenomenal. It wasn't unexpected. Like, I kind of I don't ride like that. You know, I'm kind of flattered.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
So yeah, so Those ass grabs are flying every which way.
Wow.
Tell them what happened next, man.
Well, we started drinking more, and
Yeah.
they were
That's what you do with the Irish.
Yeah.
All night. Yeah.
And they started asking us what we were up to and like what we're doing, and then if they we wanted to get back to their place.
This is a couple. The
shit.
couple was telling you this.
Two
Yeah.
couples.
Yeah.
Two
Two
couples. Yeah.
Keenan's like, where the fuck was that?
And so while we're doing the unload, I started
Yeah,
telling
you
Oh,
Cian-
you unloaded that early, huh?
Oh yeah, I told Cian how I'm gonna go to this Irish couple's apartment,
Yeah,
and
you
like,
did.
and you should come too, and like let's
This
go.
guy just jumped into an Uber, like
With some strangers.
lightning speed,
After we
lightning speed,
reloaded.
greasy lightning fast. This guy jumps into the Uber. I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to this Irish couple's place.
Yeah.
So I hop in the band van. The Irish guy that grabbed his ass gets in the van with me. So I know where to go. and we all get back to their apartment. And there was a lot of drinking. They made food. They were very nice.
Yeah,
Damn.
playing Irish music.
Yeah, they were playing Irish music. They kept trying to get you to sing.
Yeah,
Wait,
And you're a drummer,
Yeah.
which was kind of
Yeah,
weird.
you're like, I'll sing. They're like, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
then,
the hell?
And then
We want the pretty boy.
nothing too dirty really happened after that. The girl that you were going for, it seemed like she wanted to get down, but
It could be
Her
like
boyfriend-
her
there was
boyfriend,
someone right in the way.
was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, just
So,
being all depressed.
So we weren't sure if it was going to be like some weird swinger.
Yeah, that's what it
thing.
sounds like was going to happen.
Yeah,
Damn.
but it didn't happen.
Did it die down? Were they waiting for you to make the first move?
That's a good question.
I'm not too sure, to be honest, but
We should ask our listeners, when is the first move in an orgy or swingers party? Who should make the first move?
It's a very important question. There's been much debate on this topic.
Since the dawn of time, man has wondered who makes the first move at an orgy.
I thought, didn't she go in? You went in for a kiss, and the other girl stops you, right?
Oh.
that was in the Uber ride.
I wasn't there.
okay.
For that.
There was that moment where we like locked eyes, and all of a sudden we started gravitating. And it's like, oh, this is like we're about to make out.
That magic
And
moment.
Both the girl and the guy in the other relationship that were sitting up front started screaming,
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What you doing?
And I was just looking for her. I was like, what? Let me do this.
What are you doing, bro?
What's the matter with you? Stop being such a skank. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a good night.
Wow.
It was a weird but fun night.
How far into the tour was this? Did you like?
That was pretty early on. That was like maybe a weekend or like 8 or 9 days in, something like that.
Nice.
So it was a good
Yeah.
sign.
Damn. And you
Good
said
sign.
Yeah, it was a good
20
sign.
something show? 20?
20 shows in 35 days. We did, man.
And you guys rock out. I mean, I went to, what was the name of that location I went to? You guys had a show.
Oh, it was at
like a
CIA.
weird.
CIA.
Yeah.
CIA. That's right. I remember.
went to that
weren't you,
show.
you were like dancing the whole
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that.
Philly was the one that got the crowd to get.
Yeah,
the
man.
groove.
You had some
Yeah,
moves. You had
It's
some
kind of
moves, dude.
it's kind of a talent.
I remember that. That was
That's
a
kind of
good
little
night.
thing I have.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I loved it. I'm a big fan. I
Thank
think what
you,
you guys
man.
are doing was working. I
Thank you,
really like,
man.
especially the new stuff you guys started playing. I
Thanks.
was like, whoa!
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
I could tell your sound has evolved.
And then
Really
Joe
appreciate
sounded-
that. Yeah. We've
Joe
been
saw you at the
working
Mint
hard.
prior. I think that
Yeah,
was,
at the Mint.
Yeah.
That was before that, I
that was
think.
before the CIA.
Yeah. Both fun shows, man. That was our
Yeah.
Mother's Day show.
Yeah.
That was when that show
Yeah.
came out. Yeah.
Nice.
Remember, I gave our mom, because me and Casey are brothers,
Oh no, shit.
gave her
that's
flowers
right.
from the stage.
Yeah.
And then our bass player at the time was like, "Hey, man, what about flowers from my mom?" I'm like, "I don't know. Did you get any?" I'm supposed to get flowers for everyone's mom, man. Come on.
Did he really ask you that?
He did. He did, man.
Shout out to
he did it on-
bass player.
Suffice it to say that he's not a bit.
Hey, yeah, he did it on stage too, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was like, so now we're gonna give flowers to my mom.
Yeah. I was like, "Did you get flowers? Because I don't have any more, man.
He was like, well, just give me one of the ones you gave your mom.
Take some out of your mom's bouquet, man. And give them to my mom.
I just need like 4.
Don't be a dick.
I know you got a dozen. I just need like 4 of those.
Come on, man. You could spare a couple."
Oh my
horrible.
god.
Yeah.
That was a good night.
That was good. Yeah,
we got pretty drunk that night, didn't we?
We got.
And then
we did. We
we
stayed
got-
all night.
We did,
Yeah.
and then I'm glad that Joe got a chance to listen to your mom's stories because your mom has some ridiculously
Oh,
Hollywood
dude,
stories.
you gotta get her
yeah.
on this show one day, man.
Yeah.
She could tell you stories that'll blow your mind.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
Dude,
She's
What?
like a who's who in Hollywood during the 80s and
No
early
shit,
90s. It was
dude.
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, dude.
How was
Yeah.
that growing up? Did you guys like run into a bunch of crazy people and shit?
That
The
black
short
person-
answer to that question is yes. It's fuck yes.
So this
Yes,
orgy
yes,
was
we
nothing
did.
to you guys. You guys are like, yeah.
Oh yeah, we were training for that all of our
Oh,
lives.
yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
man. Oh, for sure, man. There was always like, crazy like celebrities from the 80s and 90s like rolling through our house.
Yeah.
One time there was a softcore porn being shot at our place.
That was a beautiful time.
Casey was like,
He was in the back.
he was like 11 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Were you the
Yeah.
stuck cock?
No,
Almost.
I was in the back just watching.
He
Yeah,
was like,
whoa.
dude, I wasn't there, but he was like walking through the house with like a little handheld camera from back in those days
Yeah.
and like getting private behind the scenes footage, man.
Some Home Alone shit.
Yeah, it was my camera because I was going through it years later, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then there'd
So
be
behind
that.
behind the scenes Skinamax.
Yeah, for sure. Like it'd be on some like chicks like giant boobs. Like I'm like, I remember that house. That was my house. What the hell? And then like the camera flips around and it's Casey's face as like an 11-year-old kid. Like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Big ass smile, cheese, and like
Yeah, no,
it was a different time.
He's all chilling like, yeah,
he's
man.
going back in time right now.
yeah. I'm just having flashbacks.
Dude.
Just boobs.
It's amazing to think that partying has kind of died down from what the 80s and 90s were because
absolutely.
cocaine was like rampant.
Totally.
You were doing all kinds of drug, mushrooms, like everything.
Sure, man.
And it was just like nasty, like edgy, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want,
People-
sloppy.
People weren't holding back.
And now it's like, I'll do this ecstasy, and it's all super clean. Nobody,
Right.
it
You get
doesn't like that.
cock-blocked by
Right,
people
it's
in
very
Uber.
calculated.
Yeah, it is very
Yeah.
calculated,
Yeah,
like
man.
super. It's too clean. It's too clean. for
Totally,
me.
it takes the fun out of it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is create a None of Our Business podcast party and just have a bunch of hookers and
Of our
blow
guests
everywhere.
That'd
come
be
through.
sweet, man.
Damn.
Let us know when you guys do that. We'll,
Yeah.
That's gonna be
We're
the
gonna-
Thanksgiving episode.
Hey, it sounds
For
fun to
Thanksgiving,
me.
everyone brings their favorite drug.
That sounds like a
Go
good
crazy.
Thanksgiving to me,
That
man.
reminds me, you guys really got.
Yeah.
Philly was mentioning something about wanting to watch something on Netflix, and I found something that I thought you would. You would
Oh
like,
yeah, I was looking for new
but you
stuff. I was
all
like,
would
Keenan.
like. It's called. It's a documentary on John McAfee, the guy who created the antivirus software.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he went mad nutso and was just like he was working with like Colombian drug cartels and shit.
Yeah,
And
he was
avoiding
living
the-
in like the Caribbean or the for a
Yeah.
while.
Antivirus
Some wild
program.
shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yes, and it's a 4-part series on YouTube, which is good. That means you can look at it whenever you want. And it was
Nice.
just like what I watched all 4 like while I was at work. It was that entertaining. I just
Yeah,
wanted
Keenan,
that
to
my
guy-
question
nuts.
is: Were
Sounds
you
cool.
listening to Raised on TV songs while you watched it?
Whoa.
You better have been there.
I've seen all the. I've
There's
seen all
only
this
one
stuff.
right answer to that question, Keenan.
By the way, though, when you guys are writing, what's the process like? I'm always interested because I've dabbled in the arts. I'm interested in like how do you guys usually just improv until something sticks or?
Man, I mean, we've done the combination of things. Like I'd say probably most of the time it's been me like bringing a song to the table, and it's like the song will be mostly fleshed out.
He's like, most of the time I'm the star.
That's how we started, you know. I was the writer,
Is that
and
confirmation from?
Yeah.
He's like, sure, man.
He's like, sure, let him. It's fine. Yeah, just let him take that.
and sometimes like back in those days, Casey and our former bass player Ryan,
the flowers guy.
The Flowers guy, yeah.
the Flowers guy.
They gotta tell.
Wow, he really is former.
Yeah, and he
yeah.
did it in
We'll
a
talk
really
about
fucked
it.
up way.
We'll talk
He'll
about
say,
it.
yeah.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Holy shit!
But yeah, I'd bring a song to the table or to the garage, and they'd be into it. Like, oh, that's cool. That's got potential. Maybe add a couple things to it, change a few things, or
so
they'd
you're
be
open.
like, "That's
You're open to suggestive input from your band.
yeah."
Oh,
That's
okay.
such a man. You're a
I
great
am.
artist, then.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not like Axl Rose or anything like that. It's my way, goddammit. Or sometimes it'd be like, yeah, that song sucks. We're not going to play it. And then I'd go outside and like wipe away 2 tears. And then
It really happened.
He crumble it up.
It's happened a couple times. But I'm like, all right, maybe it does suck. They can't all be good songs.
Then you realize he crumbles it up and throws it in a pile of all the bad songs.
Oh man.
Hey man, you just keep going until you get a good one. You know?
Yeah.
So we've done it that way, and then we've also done it where we had more collaborative kind of jams.
Yeah.
Like someone would have like a riff or an idea,
Yeah.
and then we just jam on that for
okay.
like a half hour
Cool.
until something came out of it. So we've had some songs come about that way.
Sick.
Yeah, man. So it's been like a mixture of stuff, but I've been writing songs since I was like 13 years old. So I have just like a bunch of, backlog. And so I'm always, I've always got ideas floating around.
And do you write songs too? So like occasionally, like, or a little bit of like, do you have like a sonnet or one sentence or something?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
He's like, you can't just give me something, I'll throw a beat on it.
we were writing a song
He's like,
together
"Bro,
on.
I just want to play. I don't give a fuck.
I just want to play, man. Shut up. we were writing a song on this last tour together when we were camping, man, out in North Carolina
Nice.
on this
Nice.
really beautiful lake, and we had these donut inner tubes that we were bringing out into the water, drinking beer.
Nice.
Nice.
And,
Wait, just you two?
Yeah, just us two.
Some
Yeah.
All right.
very-
We were trying to get some girls out there, but didn't happen.
Okay.
But we
Want
called up those Irish
camaraderie.
couples, but they were too far. They were busy.
Yeah.
So
Busy
but-
that weekend.
we
It was
had-
the rejection hotline when you called them.
pretty much, man.
Yeah. Damn.
So
That's
yeah,
fun.
we started a song together. Casey was contributing some words
That's
to
cool.
that. So
yeah.
Yeah.
it's gonna be coming out in a couple months. You
Are
know,
you gonna
Nice.
sing on one like? Because he obviously
He's
he's
like-
just drumming, but is he gonna? Are you gonna like at some part later down the road?
you tell the people, man. You tell-
Yes.
the short answer is fuck
answer
yes.
is yes.
Fuck yes,
Yeah. Okay.
definitely.
Awesome.
Man. It's hard to keep a band together, man.
Yes,
It is, man.
So
It really is. It's one of the hardest things in the world,
Dude,
to
it's-
keep an original lineup together.
It's harder than
Yeah.
being in a relationship with someone, man.
It is because it's a relationship, but exponential.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
multi-way. It's like a multi-way marriage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's 3, 4, 5, 6 way, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's an orgy. Just
It's-
waiting to happen.
Dude, it's an orgy of emotion, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
You know,
It's
Especially
hard
like-
to be a polygamist.
Yes.
It's hard, yes, it
it
is.
is.
Like
In
being
many
careful
ways.
with
But
people.
we're meant to be, you know.
There you go.
Actually, yeah.
Just tell those Irish
technically-
couples, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They wanted to share that potato.
Oh, jeez.
They wanted to share that baked potato.
I want to show you that Celtic pride.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't want to throw a wrench into this,
sorry,
but
we just
I'm
found out Philly's
61%
white.
Irish.
Yeah, he's Irish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I took the
Man.
23
That's where those dance moves came
yeah,
from.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
The damn thing is, though, I can't drink for shit.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm British and Irish, and I
Yeah.
can't drink for
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
And you don't want to.
That's
He
also
doesn't
true.
want
That's
to.
also
He
true.
Yeah,
It
for
takes
the,
practice, really.
Yeah.
for the longest time, we thought it was 2 Mexicans and a black guy. And
Nope.
turns out we have a white guy, a Mexican, and a black guy. It
The
works
thing
out.
is, I'm undercover, guys.
We're fully diverse podcast now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Well, thanks for bringing us in today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Diversity.
They're like, fuck.
Well, I actually
yeah.
don't even know where you guys are from. I mean, I
Let's talk about it,
I
Ken.
know your parents, but I didn't even know where your parents are from. I mean, if they're
Yeah. Okay. Well,
you guys are California born, or
Yeah.
Oh,
Our
okay.
mom's from San Diego originally.
Oh,
So
okay.
she was born in El Cajon down in San
Okay.
Diego.
Nice.
Did a lot of growing up down there.
okay,
And then she ran away from home, came to LA when she was 13.
Damn.
So she's got a crazy story.
My mom's the same way. Yeah, she ran
Really?
away from home like that too.
Yeah, man. Some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, LA is really our home because we grew up in the Valley, San
Oh, okay.
Fernando Valley, man,
Valley.
our whole
Oh.
lives.
Nice.
For sure, yeah.
Nice.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I heard San Diego's unlike LA, something about San Diego is far more diverse, is what I've been hearing. Like people are actually more open than they are out here in LA.
Interesting.
That's what I've heard. I don't know. I've only gone there once.
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, I haven't done too much living down there, at least recently,
Yeah.
and talking to the people.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gone to visit and go to the beach a couple times,
Yeah.
see the pretty stuff. But yeah, I haven't taken it in culturally.
Right.
So
Oh, okay.
it
Which
could
is
be
crazy because it's just a couple hours away, but in LA, everything might as well be its own fucking state out
Pretty
here.
much.
Yeah, man.
Unlike when you
Yeah.
go to the East Coast and everything's
close together.
It's amazing to me how different the vibe is in San Diego, though, because I go there, 3-4 times a year, and I'm out there for a week or 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. Just being in downtown, in the Gas Lab district,
Yeah.
it's way different from what we have. It's more
Yeah.
akin to like Pasadena.
Okay, like Old Town.
It has more of a Pasadena small town feel. Like when you go to, it's not necessarily small town, but blossoming, eclectic. It's
upcoming, it's got that upcoming vibe.
That can be cool. That's cool, man.
Man, maybe I should book some shows out that way.
Yeah, we'd like to. We played in San Diego once at like this dive bar, but yeah, we're trying to get back down there for sure.
Now, when's going to be like the next another tour? Are you gonna take a break? Or are you gonna go out and?
Yeah, we're taking kind of a small break right now, but we have something in the works for November. Getting back out to Arizona, maybe New Mexico, Denver.
Nice.
We've never been to Denver.
Okay.
And maybe Northern California. So not as crazy as our last tour going out to the East Coast, but it's kind of the Western United States.
Are you guys funding yourselves for this?
Yeah, I mean, basically, man.
For the fucking music.
Yeah, man. I'm about to be living in my van, so.
Fuck, dude. No, it's like, you're seriously committed to this.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Hardcore, man. Hardcore. I mean, our last tour, we were able to turn a profit. I mean, it was a small profit.
Really? Nice.
But, they're mostly paid shows. And then a lot of the times it's dependent on like how much the bar will sell.
Right.
Or how many tickets you sell. So if it's a slow night,
right.
then you gotta go do some favors for your dinner,
Right.
Lube up those lips really nicely.
That's super hard dedication though, because even like if you're on a tour and you end up making a profit, that profit's only for whatever limited time that you have that profit for. Like, look, you still have to pay like rent or mortgage,
exactly, man.
all that shit. That shit continues.
So even
you come home and then like you're hustling, to get back, caught up. But it's but it's 100% worth it. It's like what we're passionate about. So
it's definitely a
respects
a young man's game.
It is
definitely a young man's game, dude.
For sure.
Are you
Sky?
Are you a young man?
Are you super young?
Did you guys start a Patreon yet to help fund what you're doing? Are you into that? Patreon? Have you heard of it?
Patreon? Is it Patreon?
Patreon. I've heard of it.
So it's really cool, man. Essentially, what you do is you reach out. I would at least 1-to-1 to all your fans, one at a time, and you ask them to connect with you on Patreon. Let's say, okay. And what happens is people can dedicate anywhere from $1 up to a couple $100 a month automatically, renewal.
Like a subscription?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you owe them like a video a month minimum, right? Where you tell them what's going on. You can also like give out certain rewards. It's sort of like
it's like Kickstarter.
Like Kickstarter, but for artists.
But like on a consistent basis.
And people have made, there's the guy who literally has a podcast about the show Lost, which isn't even running anymore. And he's got a dedicated follower as he speculates on what potentially might be happening in the next season.
Wait, there are no more seasons.
No, I know. I know, but it's a real thing. And this guy makes hundreds of dollars a month off this shit.
That's awesome, man.
He's reviewing a show.
He started it when it was on. He got the following, and now that it's off, people are still listening to his podcast as he speculates what other possible worlds are happening.
Yeah. And it's funded by the people.
Yes, and the thing is, it's because it's niche and people care.
Are bands doing that stuff?
There's some that have. There's some that have. In fact, that's actually how I heard about it.
It's generally for performers, just overall, like any type of entertainer. I think Sheila, one of our prior guests, she has a Patreon or Patreon.
Yeah.
But and she's a burlesque dancer.
Yeah.
I think that's how I heard of it. That's how I've heard of it. It's from like sexy dancers and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And then all you have to do is give like tiny little rewards here and there, like you get a video for this.
You'll get a phone call from me or whatever.
Or like a recording just for you.
Yeah, or maybe
hey man,
a little job,
whatever you're comfortable with, man.
For a couple $100,
Hey, we're down with that. We gotta pay the bills, man.
Casey's like, oh,
he's like going toward the door right now.
Not again.
I'm out of here.
I swear I'd never do it.
I'm out of here.
I'm always the one that has to do this stuff.
We talked about this, man.
I don't want to see that old lady again.
I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
Not another one.
Is it just been you two? Now we know the basis stuff, but were there other members prior to this basis, and you have your own bands?
Yeah, what was that original lineup like?
You guys are getting deep, man.
Ooh,
you guys are getting deep. I like it. We can tell the whole story right now, man. How much time do we have?
We got plenty of time.
So, all right.
You see me getting comfortable? Let's go.
All right. So if we go back to the beginning, the very beginning of Raised on TV, Casey and Ryan weren't in it. It was me, a friend of mine from high school named Julian, and another guy named Kalen. And so we still play some of those songs, but so this was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. And that band like kind of just withered away. We played a couple of shows. Kalen left first. He dedicated his life to Nintendo. And I'm not making this up.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it, Joe?
And I hope he's doing well.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like super. He like quit music for Nintendo. He was out.
Like he just plays video games, or like he works?
Yeah,
he opened up a booth at a swap meet.
Okay.
And he's like the comic book guy.
So he's a businessman.
Yeah, he's a businessman. Wow. He would go to garage sales and find like old Nintendo cartridges and like clean them up and sell them. Like, all right, like it made him happy. So
which I guess.
Damn,
yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if he didn't quit in the middle of recording our album, but
yeah.
So yeah, he bailed, and then it was just me and my friend Julian.
Fuck.
And then that's when Casey and Ryan came in. They were in a band.
What was your band?
It was a band between me, Ryan, and then this dude named Jeff, and then another dude named Jerome.
Okay.
And the unfortunate thing was that Jerome, the singer,
thought he was better than everyone.
No, he just was tone deaf.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I hope you're not listening, Jerome.
He was a lovely dude.
Lovely guy.
And then
hard. When you work really hard to make someone sound good, you know they were terrible.
Yeah. And then the bassist.
Whose phone is that?
That's mine. My bad. Let me
wasn't Ryan.
Bad host.
So not professional.
And then he was okay. He always gave me and Ryan weird vibes every once in a while.
Damn.
Did he touch you funny or?
Well, no. He got upset that we were doing a show in San Diego and no one wanted to share the bed with him. We all wanted to sleep in the living room.
See, I knew it was going to say.
He
My
got
question was
upset about
valid.
it.
Come on, guys. There's nothing wrong with a couple of dudes just laying in a bed together.
Everybody hurting my feelings.
It was more like, really, guys? Really? No one wants to share the bed with me? No, that's cool. I get it.
It's like if you're brothers, it's one thing. You're like, all right, dude, whatever. But if like it's just some dude and you're in a band, he's like, no, don't worry about it, man.
And he's your friend from high school. Like you're technically still strangers. You're not exactly.
Oh yeah, no. This was the dude that the other two people I didn't know.
I so that's the dude you did know.
Well, the dude that I did know was Ryan, and then we joined that band together, and then
so he took it real personal.
Well, no, the dude that they were Ryan's older sister's
Jerome,
friends.
Right.
It was Jerome and Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was trying to peer pressure you guys to sleep in the bed with him.
Apparently, yeah.
So that's why the band broke up.
Damn.
He's like, oh no, that was just one of the things.
See, that was one of the things.
Yeah.
It was like also one of the songs sounded super similar to 1,000 Light Years, I think it's called. It was on Twilight.
Oh, I'm waiting for you.
There it is.
That's it.
Just because I'm 61% British Irish.
Philly knows a lot of songs.
I'm also 34% Native.
That's why
American.
Philly's a pro, dude.
Yeah.
But they got really butthurt when we brought it up because my girlfriend at the time
It's an original.
She pointed it out, and then I compared them to. I was like, "Oh, damn, that's a huge ripoff."
So those two things, man, that brought the band down.
The nice thing is I actually didn't have to quit. Ryan quit for me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, the band's breaking up.
You never officially quit?
No.
He's still in that band.
Yeah. Technically.
Still in the band. Isn't that crazy how like bands, like better bands will form from
other bands
from bands that just didn't work out?
Totally, man.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Van Halen got together.
Two separate bands with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right?
LA bands in Hollywood Rose.
Yeah.
Beatles were like that too.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Shit. So you guys,
Nirvana, Green Day, they're all like that.
That's right. That's right. Dave Grohl was in Nirvana. What the fuck?
Just remember us when you go to the Staples Center for your tour. You bring us on.
You guys are gonna be VIP all the way, man.
Dude, I'll shoot some behind the scenes, except for the orgy scenes. We can't.
I'll be there.
Right. Keenan will shoot those, man. He's got a lot of experience.
He'll shoot them while he's in it.
They gotta get those POV, man. Those POV shots, you know.
It's for the Patreon.
For our Patreon.
Do it one time for the Patreon.
This is for the Patreon.
I'll live stream it. Yeah.
So then,
So then Ryan and Casey were left without a band, and then it was me and Julian looking for a rhythm section.
Okay.
So it was like perfect timing. Me and Casey always talked about being in a band together, being brothers and all.
Yeah.
And so it lined up at that moment, and then we came together, the four of us.
Okay.
And we used to rehearse at Julian's like grandma's back apartment lot.
That's how it
And
starts,
then
yeah.
man. So we were playing
stories.
That's right, man. Origin stories. This is where it all began.
Yeah.
So we were playing there for a while, kind of learning our first set. Got like 10 songs down or something. And then some things happened with Julian, and Julian's like he's a good friend of mine, like going back to high school. So I won't say too much. I won't say too much, but basically, let's just say picture Yoko Ono with really big boobs.
Okay.
That's a nice picture.
It's not a bad picture.
It's not a bad.
Wouldn't
it's not bad
that
at all.
make you want to just walk around your apartment naked?
Damn.
Yeah,
Really?
there's some weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
We were like,
this is why I should have joined a band. I need to learn how to play an instrument or something.
yeah. I mean, there were a bunch of things going on. It was weird, complicated times, but Julian's girlfriend was like walking around like naked up in their apartment. We were practicing downstairs.
Damn.
And I guess she
Kind
was
of hard to practice.
She was distracting Julian. He stopped coming to practice at his own house.
Get the fuck out of here, for real?
Yeah, for real. And
He's like, sorry guys, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Some things came up.
yeah, man.
So he's knee
Julie, we
deep
can
in
hear
it.
you upstairs, man.
Pretty much.
Sorry, bud.
We're trying to watch Netflix up here. Can you guys shut up? It's like, hey, man, like you're supposed to be down here playing with us, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't just that, but
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But I love you, Julian. I miss you, man.
So he
Come
got
back
out,
to us, man.
and then it was left to just you three.
Yeah, then we became a 3-piece.
Okay.
And we changed our band name. That's when we became Raised on TV for the
okay,
first
so what
time.
was it
prior
So
to that?
before that, we were called Birds Through Blinds.
Hey.
Birds is kind of a random name.
Okay.
It's got alliteration. It works.
Yeah. We were being poetic. I don't know.
Dude, my band name was Paparazzi Paycheck. Trust me, I get it.
Paparazzi Paycheck, nice.
And it took me
man.
forever to
Getting
figure out
those
what the fuck
peas.
that meant.
Still don't know. I'll never know.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
What does it mean, Keenan?
I don't fucking know.
So Birds Through Blinds becomes Raised on
It was Raised on TV. And then we were Raised on TV, the three of us, man, for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Busting our asses, playing all around LA.
Building a name.
We've done maybe 3 tours. Never to the East Coast, but we went all the way up to Vancouver, Canada, and in between
Damn.
San Diego,
Did
Vegas.
you do any pay-to-play shows? Those are the fucking worst, man.
Yeah, we always tried to avoid them, man, but we did. Only because there were some big headliners involved.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
It's always
So-
a
It was
an
catch.
investment.
It's
Yeah.
always the lure right there.
Totally.
But there's
So we
such
knew-
and such is gonna play. And you're
Otherwise,
like, all
we
right,
couldn't
well,
sell the tickets. But with those headliners involved, we could sell the tickets.
Okay.
Right.
So we did a couple. We've done a couple. But yeah, we hate pay to play, man. We hate a
But it
lot
doesn't
of
make
the
any
LA.
fucking sense.
For,
you know what
for
I mean?
anyone who
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
know what pay to play is, it's exactly what it sounds like. You pay the venue or the promoter to be able to
It's
play
always
the
the
show.
promoter.
It's some
dude.
serious bullshit, man.
Yeah.
It totally shits on the artists, and
Yeah.
it kind of helps.
Yeah.
It kills an artistic scene.
It's
you know?
not even a free show. It's a show that you paid for, and you also have to work. It's like,
Damn.
what the
Yeah, man.
fuck?
And then if you're like one ticket short of like
Yeah.
the 30 you have to sell,
You have to buy that
And you-
ticket, yeah.
then you're fucked. Like you just made that venue like $2,000 or whatever it is, and you
Damn.
keep nothing.
You
Yep.
like nothing.
And then, yeah, man, and you just feel like you got pimped out.
That's exactly what it is,
Yeah.
man.
That's why it's very hard, even as someone as me who's trying to book bands, knowing information like that, to find places in LA, which is such a big ass city.
Yeah.
To find places where the venue is already set up as a local scene, kind of like a bar.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if you play or not; they're still going to get customers.
Right.
Or a lot of those places
Totally,
don't
man.
have areas for musical setup.
Right.
So
and that's how a scene
yeah.
builds.
Mm.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
kind of need that. You need
Yeah.
that setting,
You
Yeah.
need a scene.
Yeah.
You need a scene, you need an environment.
Yes.
The best book I ever read on music is How Music Works by David Byrne. I recommend it to anyone. I mean, he basically
I feel like I've
goes
heard of that.
through the rise of rock and roll,
awesome.
CBGB, all that shit on the
Yeah,
East
yeah.
Coast.
Sure.
Totally. I mean, there's an audiobook version. That's how I did it. I was in New York. I was walking
Nice, man.
around NY listening to
sounds
that
cool.
shit.
Mm.
It was totally worth it.
Hell yeah.
Couple
David
covers.
Byrne?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah. From, I think it was the not the Talking Heads. The other.
Wait, he's a producer or he's
no,
a
no,
singer?
no. He was part of that band that would travel on the fucking road. The Grateful Dead.
Grateful
Oh,
Dead.
okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hell yeah. He would know, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The scene is 100% necessary.
Do you ever
for
get
Hollywood.
any
Absolutely.
advice from like your mom or your dad since they've been in the Hollywood
or the
scene?
friends that came through the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you fucked them.
When you do cocaine,
I'll tell you some advice I
Only
got
do.
from Judd Nelson.
Okay.
Remember from the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
I was a senior in high school. He was like coming around my house at the time, dating one of my mom's friends. And
Wonderful.
he was a nice guy. And I think he was drunk every time I talked to him.
Jesus.
Which made me like, this guy's cool. So I was talking to him one night and I was about to start senior year of high school. And he's like, Keaton, come here, man. I want to tell you something. I was like, all right, this is going to be good. It's going to be good, man. It's fucking Judd Nelson going to give me some advice.
At one point, he was America's sweet. No, he was the heartthrob of the 80s.
Totally, man. He's like, hey, man, come here. All right, man. Listen, when you go and start your senior year of high school, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this for me, man. Uncle Judd. Fuck every freshman girl at that fucking school, man. Don't think twice about it. Just fucking do it. Trust me. You'll fucking thank me later. And I was like, I'll try. I mean, it's easier when you're fucking in the Breakfast Club. Joe.
I know, exactly.
But he was so right, man. I wish I would have taken his advice a little more seriously, but
Yes.
but yeah. So that's some advice I got from back in those days.
Can we make that the title of the episode? Jack Nelson was right.
Nelson was right, man.
Yeah. Remember
He
what
was
time
so
we said it
right.
on.
Yeah.
He was like, trust me, man. Like, put all the politics aside, all the fucking high school bullshit. Like, trust me. When you look back, you're gonna look in that yearbook, and you're gonna be like, I wish I fucked her. I wish I fucked her.
Damn.
And I was like, okay. Like,
Wait a minute. Freshman in high school, isn't that like
It's a dirty
16
man.
or some shit like
No,
that?
that's like 14, but
Well, that was part of his advice. He was like, make sure you do it before you turn 18.
Yeah.
Because then he's like, then the party's over.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was like,
but that brings up a good question. Have you guys
Dirty times.
run into anyone from high school that you were like, damn, you got fined? Like,
oh, hell yeah.
Yeah? Is that a no for you?
that you were like, shit.
No.
I wish I was nicer.
I can't think of a person.
Oh, sure.
Damn, so they were just ugly through and through. No,
They're either ugly or hot.
You had it hot or you're not.
They started hot and they stayed hot.
Good.
Or they became ugly.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Did you go to the same high school?
Well, yeah, we both graduated from the same. Oh,
How far apart are you guys?
6 years?
Yeah.
No shit.
That's
Okay.
good. The
okay.
closer you are, the more you don't start not liking each other.
Yeah.
I'm proof of that.
I actually finished high school with homeschooling.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Wow.
But he started at Calabasas, which is where I ended.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I got kicked out of my first high school, and then I had to finish at Calabasas.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, we're getting deep today, man. We're going back.
Yeah.
So you guys want to know the roots.
Yes, we're going all the way back, man.
Was this for like your behavior, or you got caught up in something?
It was a combination of things.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
We could talk about it. Fuck them.
Story.
Yeah, damn. All right.
I mean, well, part of it was I was going to Notre Dame High School,
Okay.
which is a very strict Catholic school. So, it's not that hard to get kicked out of there.
okay.
But I definitely did some things, man. Like, so I wrote a song that made fun of all the teachers.
Yeah.
And it was, it was really fun. And I was in the fucking choir at the time.
Yeah.
So we're singing to a whole fucking pep rally. The whole school is there in the gym. I get up on the mic right after the song is done. I have a guitar. I just start busting out my song. It was called Fuck Notre Dame.
Oh shit.
That was a big one. And then I had gotten so many detentions throughout my first 2.5 years. I was a junior of high school that there wasn't enough time left in my high school years to do all these detentions.
Oh,
there weren't enough Saturdays in the calendar to do all the Saturday detentions that I had gotten. And I was a smart ass, man. Like I mouthed off the teachers, and I just had a very strong, sense of my individuality.
Okay.
And they're a Catholic school, so they're not too into that.
Yeah.
They don't want individuality.
Yeah.
They want you to be a sheep.
Kind of, man. Yeah. They want you to be whatever they think you should be, and
Damn.
that is like so against a teenager's instincts.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
And it rubbed me the wrong way, like from the beginning. So it kind of made me act out
Father
a little
Mackey
bit. Father John, actually.
Was there any Bible study forced at the
There
schools?
was, man. Yeah, you had to take one class of
Fuck,
Bible study
man. That had to be
every year.
miserable.
Dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how I got so many detentions, man. I used to get up there and like say these prayers like for my cat. You know, like you had to like get up in front of the class and like lead a prayer, and I'd make it like all serious, and then like I'd make it about my cat, and then I'd be like, "Keaton, go back to your fucking seat, man." Like, you know.
Damn.
So yeah, a bunch of shit like that, man. One other thing was there was this project in a class where it was a science class, and the project was we had to act like a fucking town council meeting, and in our town the water got polluted. So it was chemistry. So like we had to like make all these charts about the fucking chemicals in the water and like, you know, and scientifically graph it out or whatever, right? Yeah. The teacher was a dick, and he made me in this project the village idiot.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Shit.
So I took the role like all the way, man. I was full on dedicated.
You went full retard?
I went, yeah. You never go full retard. I went full retard, man. So So with my being a village idiot, what I cared about was when the water got polluted, my kids couldn't go to school anymore, so they were always home, which meant I couldn't get laid by my wife. So I made this chart that I called a nookie chart, and like as like the water got more polluted, I got less and less blowjobs, and like I was crazy, man. And I charted all this shit out. I had like these bar graphs and shit. Yeah. And the kids were fucking dying, like on the floor laughing, like I'm doing this fucking thing. Once the class was over, the teacher like fucking grabs me by the arms. What the fuck did you just do? And he had it on video. He was fucking out of his mind. So he shows it to the principal. They call him my parents. They're like, "What's the big deal?" It was fucking funny. And then so that was a big thing.
Your
man.
Parents were like that. They
Like he could be on SNL with that. That's great. Like,
that's how you know. That's how they got to wherever they got to in life.
Like,
that's great. What's
my parents. Yeah, they're like homies, man.
Yeah,
Like, we don't condone this.
I mean, my mom, she was upset that I got kicked out, and when I got kicked out, this is another story. I had nowhere to go. Like I had no school because it was right before winter break. Okay. So I had like a couple weeks of I was supposed to be in school, but I couldn't get enrolled yet. Right. So I still had my school uniform, and I would just show up to Notre Dame because a lot of people didn't know I was kicked out, so I wouldn't get in trouble. And I just hang out with my friends, you know, like have lunch with my friends. I'd go fuck with some teachers, and I'd leave. And they finally caught on to this, and they would find me and like, "Keaton, you got to get the fuck out of here. We're gonna like call the police and like file a restraining order against you."
Wow!
And I was like, so shit was getting heavy, and they called my mom.
Very spiritual of them.
Oh yeah, very compassionate. So I showed up one more day. I went to that science teacher that got me kicked out, and I show up and I go to the class. I'm like, "Hey, Mr. DeCunzo." Yeah, I said his name. Fuck that guy, Mr. DeCunzo. Fuck you. And then all the kids are laughing, and I ran out. And then after that, they built a fence around the whole school.
Holy shit. Well, you know those Catholic schools have money, man.
Oh, yeah. So if you go to Notre Dame and you drive by and you see that big fence,
that's like because of you.
That's because of me.
You're welcome.
Dude, that's a song waiting to happen, dude.
Oh, my God. You should have your name etched in the fence.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so they were calling the cops at that point. So I was like, all right, it's over.
That's wild.
So that's my high school
any of
story.
that shit in my high school.
Yeah, dude. Crazy shit.
You guys did some awesome shit in high school too, but it was on a whole different level.
I was never rock and roll like that though, man. I mean, you know, it's funny because like things like that, they directly equate to what leads to people who have the angst and lead the rock and roll anthems. You know what I mean? Like that kind of persona. Man. And that kind of energy. And then like you look at the music now, like when I listen to rock now, even on like 98.7, right? Like it's all like cold, and there's nothing wrong with Coldplay, but it's all Coldplay now. You know what I mean? Like it's all very calm, and even it's got badass like dun 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 dun. Even if it's got badass guitars, there's no
angst.
Yeah, it was
no grit.
I'm not saying that it needs to be the way it used to be. That's a poor man's way of thinking about music, or poor woman's way of thinking about music.
I got you.
But like, where is that? You know what I mean? Right. All the old school stars still make good music, but it's also like it's them, and they haven't pushed it forward because, you know.
Are you saying there's no scene? Rock and roll?
There isn't a scene of rock and roll anymore, and I think it also has a lot to do with like the hip hop movement has really shifted culture.
Yeah, there's no mainstream scene.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, all the rock and roll scenes that still exist are very underground.
So there's not like a punk scene or a hair metal scene or like things like that.
I was at a show on Friday night that was pretty fucking cool, man. There's this thing called West Side Revival. that they try to do shows out in Santa Monica, Venice, all rock bands.
Yeah.
Right. That's
And they're trying to keep rock alive.
Yeah.
And I saw some really cool bands, and it was fucking rocking. It was awesome.
We need rock, man. We need rock.
Absolutely, man. I agree.
I mean, I grew up on that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, like that's part of the reason I am the way I am.
Oh, you were
like,
gonna say something.
You've got to be able to say. But
It's good for the soul,
It
man.
wasn't just hip hop that said "fuck that." We need to change things. It was also rock.
Hell yeah, it was both. Yeah.
You know, it was all about making noise and talking about what it is
And
you
going
believe in.
against-
It's a certain spirit, right? And it can go into any kind of music.
Yeah.
It can go into rock. It can go into hip hop. But it's very lacking in rock right now.
Yeah. And
Definitely on the mainstream.
Where's your angst against the system?
You said what?
Well, I don't have any great examples like you.
I just wanted to fucking play, man.
Basically.
You got some stories, man.
Mostly with the ladies, man.
Getting ass grabbed by random people.
Well,
Can
Casey,
you
dude,
chart your life based on the girls you've been with?
maybe tell them some of your like back in your nudist days, man.
Nudist days? For real?
There was a brief period in my childhood where I'd run around naked.
Yeah.
Up to like 12 years old, man. He was like scaring off all our friends.
Actually, that's not. I actually just cleaned out my apartment butt ass naked, and it was actually
liberating.
It was. I kid you not. It was.
That's amazing.
That's just because you couldn't find your clothes.
Oh, fuck you.
That's all that is.
Dude,
It's that hot in the valley, huh?
Well, it is.
It is, man.
It is when I took off
Were
my
you
clothes.
like mopping the floor and shit? Like,
Yo, simultaneously, as he was walking around, his shit was just mopping the floor.
That's beautiful imagery.
that's awesome.
Damn it, Keenan! Wrap it around like a belt, Keenan. Have some respect.
I use my pubes as the bristles.
He's like a sand.
That's amazing.
It's like a trap house, and you have to do all the work naked.
So what time and what day are you doing this again, Keenan? And what's your address?
I was actually,
Ladies,
I was actually gonna post it. I was thinking about posting on Instagram, but I decided not to, because I thought it was funny.
You can just do a blur it out or something.
I just didn't know how I can do it while
Well,
I'm.
the good news is it would fit in the story videos because it's vertical, but horizontally it wouldn't fit.
I'll do a panoramic segment.
I would have liked and commented on that post, Keenan.
I was thinking
It's
about
all
him.
pixelated.
But kid you not, I actually was. Well, it was interesting. It was very interesting, but
I bet.
yeah.
I can imagine you doing naked, but with your shoes on, like
Nothing but shoes, man.
My Timberlands. No.
Just in case I hurt my toes.
I'm moving some heavy stuff.
Oh, man.
But you tape your dick to your stomach and shit. Like, all right, now I can move around freely.
I got to do some more naked cleaning, man.
Yeah, it's
It's therapeutic, huh?
Yeah. So the naked till 12.
Keenan would make sure to be by the window or someone could see her.
Naked until 12.
When our mom was shooting that softcore porn at our place, I made out with one of the chicks.
No
shit.
shit.
That was, I think I was 13.
God
Yeah.
damn.
I mean, to be in all truth, she had rented out our place so the softcore porn could be shot.
Oh, she wasn't directing her
She
own
wasn't
stuff.
directing the softcore porn. It wasn't her project.
Okay, I was like,
But-
damn, we
I mean, I
missed out
wouldn't
on
have been mad at
that.
that either.
Either way, it's cool.
But yeah, I think we were paying the rent that month
Oh,
with
yeah.
the softcore porn
Nice.
budget.
Damn, I wonder if you
And
can
then
do that.
Casey's in the back going, hey, can I get a kiss?
Well, no, this one dude actually facilitated it.
No
That was
shit.
one of the actors.
Uh-huh.
And because it was basically
Hey, little bud, you want to make out with this girl?
Basically, yeah. It was like me and then that chick that had double D's and then the dude.
It's as big as your head at the time.
Seriously. And he was like, hey, you think this girl's pretty? He's like, yeah, no, definitely. He's like, you want to make out with her, don't you? And I was like, yeah. And then he would just look at her and she's just like, but he's only 13.
He's like,
and he
"Get
was
over
just
there."
like, hey,
So?
he's a man. He knows what he wants. And so I got to make out with her and then also got to take off her top. So that was
Oh,
great.
you got to say something else.
I
I got a
heard
finger
I heard an
banger.
F sound in there.
No.
You don't have to censor yourself in the none of our business like that.
You should see all of us went, what?
I got
every dude here was like, wait, let him finish.
My favorite part of that night, though, was when the dude obviously got a blowjob from the chick downstairs and then goes upstairs to call his girlfriend.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She's like, hey, babe, just checking in. Love you. I was listening to this, like knowing what happened. I was like, oh, my God, this guy's amazing.
God damn. You can do this kind of stuff?
Yeah. You're 13-year-old giggling like,
fuck, man.
Growing up in LA, man.
Yeah.
I was doing kickflips while you were getting to kiss porn stars, man. Fuck.
I was playing Nintendo.
Hey, man.
God damn.
Gotta play with something.
Joe's like, I was just smoking weed.
Just being a regular 13-year-old.
It's very interesting how, all of the lives that we all had around the same time age, drastically different, but the way we can connect in this community is still pretty crazy. How we can still get together and
it's amazing how I'm your friend. Like, it's crazy to me.
Technically, that is true because even though I thought I was a huge ass nerd, turns out Joe is probably more nerdier than I am.
Okay.
He just suppresses it, while mine is like full. I'm not ashamed of my nerdom.
I don't suppress my nerdom. What the fuck?
Here's a question. Look at some of your friends.
What are you talking about?
Don't suppress that shit.
Here's a question. So look at some of the friends that you have now. And if you were to meet them as adults instead of when you met them as kids, would they still be your friends?
Shit, I don't know. Would I still be your friend?
That's a big question, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Damn, Joe.
Because, I mean, what determines your friends when you're a kid is a whole different set of things than when you're an adult, you know?
Absolutely. When you're an adult, it's hard to just make friends.
Well, technically, Philly and I have become friends as an adult.
Yeah, that's why we have a different relationship.
But it's a little different because you technically friends by association too, because you're like one of my closest friends.
Yeah, you guys are childhood friends, and I came around. Oh God!
We're here for a moment. This is beautiful, man. Do you guys want us to leave?
Without you.
Oh, you guys are used to orgy style circumstances.
Dude, I wouldn't know what to do in an orgy, honestly. If it started happening around me, I'd probably just be like, "Oh shit."
We came close to one, I think.
You can go in a corner.
Yeah, there was actually.
She's like, there was a threesome that I was a part of.
There's that too.
I don't know.
No,
Right on.
So we did a show somewhere in I think it was like Culver City-ish.
Yeah.
And
Santa Monica.
Yeah, and Cianan came out, and then these girls were like, these two girls were like, "Wow, you guys are awesome!" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?"
I thought they knew him. I thought they were friends with him.
Okay.
And they just asked us to come back to their place.
And then that's when I knew they weren't friends because they didn't know. I was like, "What?"
They're about to become friends.
Yeah. So it was the three of us dudes and these two girls. So one guy was not gonna, you know what I mean? Or maybe, who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A little 3-2.
Yeah. The other guy that was with us though, he was killing the vibe. He wasn't like he was kind of. I was like talking to him. He's like, "Nah, I'm not really into any." I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" You know what I mean?
Keenan's like waiting. Yeah, like
for me, I mean, this is the craziest thing I probably. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna come back to someone's place, you got to make that decision before you go over there, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So to you guys, if somebody, 100%. Let's say if somebody does, because I had a situation where I was invited back to someone's house, but they didn't want to do anything at all, well, except do blow, and that was about it. So when a girl invites you back to her house, do you have inclination of like, oh, this might go down, or should you not have a thought of like?
It's definitely in your mind.
Yeah.
You know?
It's political, right? It's like you're not supposed to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get laid, because it's like you shouldn't have any expectations.
Right? Yeah, there's no guarantees.
Right.
But it's floating in your head.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened that night in Toronto.
Right, with the Irish people.
Yeah, with the Irish couples.
Yeah. But until something happened, they're like, no. But it's like, well, you're inviting me to your house, and you touched my ass.
Yeah, but see that again. I think we've discussed this before. Like
this came up in a previous episode.
You can't go in
this is a
like
big
with the expectation of like, yeah, well, you invited me, so I thought we were gonna have sex.
Could you imagine? Hey, you brought me in here. Now we have to have sex.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. You can't do that.
Yeah. The invitation's it's the beginning.
Yeah,
you still have to court and create that vibe.
Yeah, you gotta.
Why don't we all?
For sure. There's got to be some charming going on,
Well, because see, the fact that you said there's a still inclination of something might happen is where I was bringing it out to the forefront because I was feeling shameful or shamed by other people for having that thought.
No way, man. You shouldn't be ashamed. I mean, look, the chances are something's going to go down, but also, it's like a lot like money and sex. Like you got to finesse it out of the universe. You know what I mean? You kind of got to
soft touch.
Yeah. It's
It's important.
Literally anything is possible. Is anything probable? Well, the probability is up to you to encourage.
I just want to say, I like how we were talking about getting kicked out of high school, and then we segued into orgies.
Welcome to the Noob Business Podcast.
It's like we graduated.
That's pretty much what it's all about.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, eventually I'll bring up aliens and
One thing
porn.
leads to another.
You just did.
I did, but we won't talk about it.
That's awesome, man.
Aliens and porn. If aliens were to see us and the amount of porn that we consume as Americans, they'd probably be like, "There's no fucking reason to save them."
They probably already know. That's why they're not fucking with us. They're like, ugh.
Dirty fucking.
They're just some dirty fucks.
They're like zoologists that just watch from afar. They're like, oh no.
The report shows they really can't control themselves.
Their shit's all fucked up.
Well, now the cat's out the bag. Do you guys believe in aliens?
Yeah, I do.
Validation.
Any stories or anything?
I mean, well, I guess what I believe is that I really kind of feel it's impossible for aliens to reach us, just the way it's all, the universe is set up. But I definitely believe that they're out there. The truth is out there. No, I believe there is alien life, but I feel like there's too much distance.
We might get
right?
sued, right?
Technically, I reproduced
Slow down with
it.
that, man.
Yeah.
It was less than 20 seconds.
What about you? Do you
Great
believe
show.
in aliens as well?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that it's definitely possible for other life forms to exist, and
Big time.
yeah, bingo.
Philly,
All right.
Philly was telling me about a documentary that we was
Unacknowledged on
Unacknowledged.
Netflix.
I
It's a
saw
good
that
one. It's a
a
good
long
one.
Is that the
time
one
ago.
Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 made?
No, I gotta check that out though. Anything Blink
That guy.
182.
No. That one's about this. I don't know if he's an archaeologist, but
Dr. Greer.
he found this what looks to be an alien species. This very tiny object
Okay.
you can fit in your hand,
Yeah.
and the whole documentary is about him trying to find out if it's really legit or not.
Right.
Me, I was thinking like, well,
Is
I
that
mean,
what you got from it?
Yeah, that's what the whole thing was about.
Well, at least not what I saw, but you know,
I haven't seen
I
it.
don't want to contradict you on
Are we
air.
talking
you know
about
what
the
I mean?
same?
We might not
subject?
be, man, because so Dr. Greer actually has been working. So he's a trauma doctor, right? So he doesn't claim to be some kind of scientist, but his dad was part of the government team that helped establish some of the first rockets into space.
Okay.
And so what ended up happening was over time, his dad had admitted that some things had been taking place. And as he was growing up, he started seeing that a bunch of these people who would talk about aliens would get discredited, but yet they had been given all this credit to handle nuclear missiles and all kinds of government clearances. But the minute they talk about aliens, they're crazy. And so over time, he's been putting together an alliance. Even though he's just a trauma doctor, he really believes that there's something out there.
Okay.
And now that he's finally got this alliance, they're all coming together, willing to admit that there is some shit out there that's being covered up. On almost on some Marvel, Capcom. I mean, a Marvel
Some
movie.
may say it's an ultimate alliance.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And basically, all these people are saying that there's a military-based part of the government that has, on record, literally documented, refused a couple of presidents access to documents about aliens or not because they're considered temporary employees. Like, is any of this sounding familiar to you?
No, it is. But I just realized midway through your story that I have seen it, but I was talking about something totally different.
Yeah, I figured. And they did show the little Men in Black looking fucking small ass alien.
Because my documentary was following the guy who found this creature, and the whole documentary is about him going to special doctors and
It's not some Gaia shit, is it?
Huh? No.
I remember those ads on Instagram, on Facebook.
Gaia bullshit.
But it's on Netflix too, and I thought it was under the same title. But
this guy has people who used to work at like Lockheed and Martin and all that shit, like crazy shit.
Sounds interesting, man. Sounds cool.
51 with the rest of us.
That essentially they've been for the last 50 years they've been developing this false flag operation where they're going to try and gear the propaganda through movies and shit like that to make us believe that the aliens are our enemy. So when they do show up, they have reason to go out against them because they're technically a threat because they've single-handedly been able to shut down all the noobs.
Which,
and all that shit.
if we even
crazy shit
kind into contact and they were hostile, I mean, the technology is like millions of years.
I mean, number one, they wouldn't be able to fight them if we tried.
No.
And number two, why would I ever think that something? Here's the thing, though. You say like you're ready for it, But
no, I mean, yeah,
when it
happens,
hits you,
I
do
would
you
shit
think?
myself.
No. I mean, if it were to actually go down, I don't think there's much we could do.
Yeah.
Except for like call Will Smith. But he'd probably be like, "Fuck you guys."
Do you know how many phone calls he'll probably get?
Someone get Randy Quaid on
It's just a fucking movie. Stop calling me.
Dude, we played a show in Roswell.
No
once,
shit.
man. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty crazy.
Nice.
This is weird.
Yeah, it was super weird. Yeah, we went to
How weird are we
the
talking?
Alien Museum.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the whole town's economy is like, based on
Revolves
Roswell
on
shit.
Roswell and
So
all
now
that.
it has to be real so they can make some money.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, they're making money there, I guess.
Wow.
But yeah, it was pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, no, they
Like vibes wise?
vibes.
Just the
Yeah,
people
definitely
and the
vibes.
okay.
Yeah, people.
Yes, please come in.
Yeah, man.
Well, there was a restaurant that was hosting it like for the whole event, and the owner was just really rowdy and buff and like kind of a douche just to everyone.
Okay.
And then there was these two servers that both looked kind of trashy, but hot trashy. And so
you fucked them.
Nice.
no.
So after I fucked him,
It's even weirder. Basically, closing time comes by, and so the guy that owns the place starts screaming at everyone that they have to get out,
Holy
and like
shit.
they're going to close like the door. And so we get out. They close the door with like the two girls still in there, and we're just
Oh,
like, "What's
shit.
going on?"
This has nothing to do with aliens, by the way.
Nothing to do with aliens.
Okay.
This is just
And then
some weird perverts.
One of the dudes
in Roswell.
that I was talking to earlier that was apparently submitting for the movie thing that was happening.
It was the Roswell Film Festival.
Gotcha.
Oh,
He
okay.
at stone cold face smoking a cigarette was just like, yeah, no, him and like all the other coworkers run a train on those two girls at the end of their
Holy
shifts.
shit.
Closing time.
Yeah, and like they do it all the time.
Closing
What?
Yeah, it's like 12
Hey, man.
dudes and those two girls.
There's not a whole lot to
Whoa.
do in Roswell.
Apparently not.
There's not a whole lot to
Talk
do
about
except for each
alien
other.
probing.
Yeah.
It's like it's just
A lot
part
of
of their
probing.
daily routine. You know, it's
And
like,
the
lot of
fact that the
probing.
girls are, I guess, have to be in it, kind of into it, or somewhat in like.
Yeah,
They seem like it.
yeah, no, they
for
seem
a
like they
common
were.
thing to be done. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
damn.
Hey,
So
man.
yeah, so
Meth's
you guys
one
have
hell
been
of a drug.
across the entire country touring.
Yes.
So you get to meet a bunch of different types of people, as I'm sure Joe also comes across. And so maybe not Cianan and I, we're kind of based in LA.
I'm
a
trying.
lot.
That's why I'm like booking.
You gotta
shows
come on the
and
road
shit.
with us next time,
I
Cianan.
know.
Yeah.
And
You're invited.
have you
Nice.
noticed the difference in like the type of like girls that you meet
Yes.
from town to town?
Very
Short
much.
answer is yes.
Very much.
Fuck yes. Yeah, I will say in Canada they're much nicer,
Yeah.
except for in Montreal, because they only seem to care about money. At least the girls we met in Montreal.
Like
Nice.
LA.
Like
Yeah,
LA,
it was very
okay,
much
yeah.
like
Montreal's
LA.
like LA.
Yeah.
Those
Right.
are more
Very much
European
so.
voices.
Yeah.
It's more
Damn.
European.
Okay.
But yeah, oh yeah, man, the vibe is different all over the place, man. It really is. It really is.
What town like was like out of the best?
Which one can I get most likely laid in? That's what he's really asking.
Road trip.
I got you.
Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. Yes. I thought we're gonna say it at the same time.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Okay.
I mean, shit. I
Wait,
mean,
not for that. No, not for that. No, no.
Chicago, there was a lot of hot chicks.
Really?
oh yeah. I mean, the East Coast.
Yeah, I mean East Coast in
Philly,
general.
Philadelphia's got a really cool vibe, man.
Yeah.
Why just
Yeah.
been like, yeah? What was the city or
I'm
town?
gonna write it down for you.
They're bringing it.
You
I'm
want to do
trying
the
to ask
mileage
her totally.
I'll send you a text later.
You have a map with like these.
Yeah, I'll pinpoint some spots.
because we don't sound like male pigs at all right now. Like, yo, we're gonna get laid. We're the girls the easiest.
This is hour 2 of the show, man. It's about getting kicked out of school,
Yeah.
orgies, aliens, and what town can I get laid in the easiest?
Where I was going with it was more like what stood out as a great vibe of a city, as
Yeah.
far as like. You know, you had a weird vibe in Roswell, but like, which one was the one that was
At
like?
least Gainesville had a really cool vibe in Florida.
Oh yeah, Gainesville,
Really?
St. Augustine too.
St.
Yeah.
Augustine. Okay.
Yeah. St. Augustine's like a cool little beach town.
Nice.
Philly, I like the vibe of
Philadelphia?
Philly, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got to check Philly out.
Always
man.
sunny in Philly. Yep.
It was, we actually we were in this one ghetto area in Philly, and some asshole tagged on our van.
Oh,
Yeah, and we caught it just in time, and we happened to have some rubbing alcohol in the van because we needed it to clean out Casey's vape when we crossed the border. so we used
Oh,
that.
that's right. It's not legal everywhere, which is fucking ridiculous.
Can't bring weed
So
into
we had
Canada.
a shit ton of rubbing alcohol, and we just cleaned off the guy's tag like in 30 minutes.
Damn, before it dried and shit.
Yeah. That was really cool.
What a fucking dick.
Such a dick, man. Such a dick move.
Ooh, white van, unmarked. Hold on.
Yeah. Just wrote a bunch of bullshit on the side.
Wait, what city was this again?
Philly.
Damn.
Was it a van rental or did you guys own it?
No, we own this one.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
That would have really sucked if it was a van rental.
Oh, yeah, right. Get charged like fucking $1,000.
Gotta get that insurance.
How often have you guys slept in that van?
Just like, let's not talk about it.
At least 12 times?
At least. I mean, on this tour, we were 5 weeks, right? 35 days. At least half the time. At least half the time. Because we did, some friends and family here and there.
Yeah.
We were able to afford a motel like once.
Which, yeah.
No, a couple times, whatever.
Yeah.
We also just wanted to save the money. So, yeah, at least half the time, man. Walmart parking lots.
Yeah.
Walmart parking lot.
It's legal.
Yeah,
it is.
No
it
shit.
is.
There's a few that will kick you out.
Yeah.
But for like 95% of them, you're allowed to sleep in them.
Yeah, you're allowed to sleep.
Lots of fast food on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's a good fast food city?
Oh, man. The South, man. The South
Really?
has some pretty good fast food. There's a place, Cookout.
You're like, no.
It's so greasy.
There's this place called Cookout.
Okay.
That's kind of like their, like, I mean, I guess it's like their In-N-Out, you
Oh,
know?
okay,
Kind of.
okay.
It's not as good as In-N-Out, but it's definitely
Nothing
good.
is.
Nothing is. Nothing
Or
is.
Cookout.
But
All
it's
right.
like cheap and, they're everywhere. Cookout was cool. Canada had this cool place called Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, that's like their Dunkin' Donuts, but really good coffee.
Oh.
Nice.
I would say better than Dunkin'.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, America runs on Dunkin'.
I know.
I went to New York one time and I told somebody, I was like,
yeah.
I think Dunkin' is better than Starbucks. And this
Some
girl
dude-
was like, yeah, you're damn right. I was like,
You're damn fucking right it is.
God,
Don't you forget it.
You say anything different, I'll kill you. Yeah, man. You don't fuck with Dunkin'. You don't fuck with Dunkin'. But Tim
Yeah,
Hortons, man.
man.
Tim Hortons
Hortons.
was fucking legit.
Yeah.
damn.
There was this place called Bojangles in the South.
No, for real?
Yeah, it's like their Popeyes.
Bojangles is dope. I
Yeah,
love Bojangles. Yeah,
Bojangles is really good, dude.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We also were seeking out like really good food that wasn't fast food too.
Gotcha.
Like, you know,
rewarding yourselves for all the hard
yeah,
fucking
man.
work.
Like because you're going to all these iconic food spots: Chicago deep dish pizza,
Oh, yeah.
Philly cheesesteaks.
Right.
So
hell
we definitely
yeah.
had a bit of that, man.
Get
New
some
York
hot
pizza.
chicken in Nashville and
Yeah.
shit like that.
What does LA
when,
have?
when we go to Nashville, we
Oh,
think it's
yeah,
that'd be sweet.
What
That'd
does
be sweet.
LA have as like a food thing to do? You
Nothing,
gotta go to
man.
something.
Fuck LA. No,
I mean, there's good Mexican food. There's
Yeah.
good sushi.
I mean,
We have
that's
some
what
of
we're
the
known
best.
for, right?
yeah, and we kind of have the best of everything.
We
Yeah.
do.
You know, we're
matter where you go,
we're
yeah.
spoiled fucks.
We are.
You know?
Yeah.
But what is like the trademark?
If somebody comes to LA, you gotta go to
Yeah,
LA.
I feel like there's like trademark joints. You know,
Yeah,
there's
it's like In-N-Out. Everybody wants to go to In-N-Out. Everybody
say
wants
Pink's
to go
hot
to
dog.
How do you feel about Pink's? Because honestly, I feel like it's overrated.
It's
Like
overrated.
that line is
Yeah.
fucking.
It's-
It's not worth the line.
No.
I'll say
okay.
that.
Okay.
If there's no line, it's worth
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I would say maybe Tommy Burgers.
Tommy
Okay,
Burger.
yeah,
You know,
that's hard in
Tommy's is
LA.
pretty
Another
good.
one.
Maybe.
That's
Tommy's
another
Tommy's
pretty
is good.
Yeah.
Tommy's is
But
good.
the one in
It's not kind to you in the post production.
Yeah.
no way. No way.
But the one that's on
Hell no.
in what's it called on not Vermont, but the one in
On Rampart.
Rampart.
Oh yeah,
That's the original one.
the OG
Yeah.
Tommy Burger.
Yeah,
I
I've
can't
been
think
there.
of anything where if somebody's like from
That'd be
another
for you.
country and it's like, oh, I want to try some
You just take them
LA,
in and out, man. That's
just an in and out.
That's all people want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I guess I have it so much. I'm like, in and out. I mean, it's good, but
It's
No,
like in New
it's a
York,
good
you go
point.
to Criff Dog. Criff Dog is like Pink's, but like
yeah.
Okay.
actually good.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah.
Criff Dog.
yeah. You gotta check that out.
Criff Dog. Okay.
Criff Dog.
Well, I mean, like for me, if you ever go to, because you've been to Oakland,
Mhm.
and I've been telling Joe but it's more they don't do anything that's non pork, but it's called KC Barbecue.
Okay.
That's the most amazing spot
Hell
as
yeah.
far as barbecue goes in Oakland, nearby Berkeley. KC Barbecue.
Oh, right
It's
on,
crazy.
man.
That place got burned down
Yeah.
somehow.
Oh,
Seriously.
total insurance fraud.
And then, but the community pitched money in and raised it and built it back up.
Hell yeah.
And the funny thing was, before I left the Bay Area to live in LA, it turns out one of my family members knows that the owner and would get KC Barbecue for free, like constantly. And here I was up in the Bay Area for like 8 years, didn't know a damn thing about that. It's fucking
That's why you
sucks.
gotta be close to your family, Keenan.
Yes, I do.
Keep your beef closer. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, man. A lot of good food on the road, though.
Okay.
So you guys are thinking of going back on tour?
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. We're getting something in the works right now for November.
Now, what
Like
about
a week-long tour.
albums and release CDs and parties?
Yeah.
And stuff? Are you just more like would rather focus on a tour? Like, what should an artist, as I'm questioning this out to everybody, should do in their career? Because I know Joe was on tour. He went international, which is awesome.
Oh hell yeah.
I know Philly's been playing around in the States.
Sure,
but should an artist, at what point in time should an artist actually go out on tour compared to singles and albums and releases and
how did you know you were ready for a tour?
Okay. We were like a year into playing out in LA.
Damn.
I think.
And you guys just decided.
Well, I think a part of it was we didn't know if we were ready, but we just knew we wanted to do it.
Okay.
And so we were like, fuck it, man. Let's just go for it.
Sometimes it's just the feel, you know?
Yeah. It's like the road calls you.
Oh, okay.
And we were able to book a couple of shows at that time where we would get paid decent. Mm-hmm. So it would at least, fund the tour. We'd break even.
So you guys booked your own tour before?
Yeah, our first couple we booked ourselves. We would get like these anchor gigs, right? Like it's a gig where you're getting paid decent. It's going to definitely cover your gas.
Right.
And then you book a bunch of shit in between, and that shit, it might be good, it might be crap, but at least it gives you a tour, and like it gives you a bunch of shows up and down, a route, and then you can really learn what touring is like and what it's about.
Has anything ever gone wrong where they didn't pay you, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Funny thing, man. So this last tour, we were worried about that. We're like, we're fucking going farther than we've ever gone in our lives, like in the country at least, and with this band, and we didn't get crooked once.
Wow.
No gear got jacked with.
Yeah, your van tagged, but
our van got tagged, but we were able to clean it out
because we had Philly, though.
That was in Philly. We were asking for it, and but we come back to LA, man. Our first 2 shows in LA, we get crooked. Our gear gets jacked with.
No,
and nothing got stolen.
But are you serious?
Yeah.
Is this the one at the Maui?
No, well, the Echo Park Rising.
Oh yeah, you went to Echo Park,
yeah, dude. And it's like, all right, good to be home, man.
Yeah, welcome to Los Angeles.
You'd think it'd be a little different because I mean, Echo Park Rising it's been around for a number of years now,
for sure. Mm-hmm.
So to be fucked with in
your own hometown, basically.
Yeah, man, it was like bad band etiquette. Like all the gear was being stored in this one room. We went out to get food, and another band like just took my guitar amp and brought it on stage and used it, and I would have been cool with it if they asked me.
Sure,
but it's like it's like a thing you don't do. It's like an unspoken rule. You don't go and grab someone's shit and like use it for your show unless you have permission, right? Like you don't go play some guy's guitar.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because what happens if they fuck that shit up? You're fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Totally.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's not cool. So our first 2 shows back, we go fucking drive 9,000 miles. All around the country in Canada, nothing, no issues. And then we have our first 2 in LA. Okay. Fucking good to be home, man. Welcome back.
Damn.
Fucking A. Well, you know what it is I feel, and we've heard this a lot, like everyone in LA, most people in LA aren't even from LA, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
That's
then they complain
we're
about
rare,
LA.
We're rare breeds, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they think about, they're like, oh yeah, everywhere out in the world is whatever, but they bring whatever practices they have out here. They think they have to be cutthroat out here, and it's
right.
LA is the one place you have to be more about others than yourself in terms of like do it for the scene and
the community.
Right.
Yeah,
we used to be a big scene city, with the Sunset Strip,
absolutely,
and Hollywood and all that stuff.
Laurel Canyon Boulevard,
yes.
There was a big scene out there, man, back in the day with like the Eagles and all them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all of them got together. Jackson Brown, all them.
They were like living close to each other, helping each other write songs.
Everybody's just fighting and trying to get that.
That's I think you're right. I really think that's what hurt most of music. And like, okay, say the record industry's gone, so what?
Right.
It's not like music is gone. The only thing I go out to is live music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to a bar just to go to a bar. I have to I love live music, if not jazz and anything, but it's got to be good. And I feel like there's too many people out for themselves and not realizing that no one wants to come see just your band. Right. Not
big time.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I mean. Not if you're not like at the fucking headlining at the Staples Center.
Yeah.
It's like
for sure.
Group up
for sure. And there's so many bands that'll play a show and they just stay for their set. And then they take off.
That's a dick move, yeah.
It's such a dick
so
move.
Their audience and their crowd too. I definitely would coordinate the bands that perform to make sure that the band who brings the most is playing last, so that their people have to watch those other bands and that they can't just leave.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's good courtesy. It's good manners. Like it shows support for the other bands. Yeah. And when we're on tour, man, like at those shows, we're staying the whole fucking night.
Nice.
Because
Right.
partly because you have no choice. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in this city. You know, I'm at this show.
Gotta
It's
make
my
friends.
What
Yeah,
else am I
so
going to do? Yeah,
right.
it's like a
network.
survival thing.
Yeah.
And it teaches you, like, no, this is what it's about. This is how you build, communities. This is how you build a
Boom.
scene, you know?
That's big
So-
right there.
Yeah, so I feel like that's a great thing for an artist to do, even if you don't think you're ready for touring. That's something that touring will teach you.
Yeah.
It'll kind of teach you like how to be a better musician in your own town.
Damn.
That's 100% true.
That's big, man. I like that a lot. You can tell the bands that haven't had to go rough it
For
out
sure, man.
when they come out here and they're dicks.
You
It's
really
like
can.
you realize that
Yeah.
you're fucking your own shit up, right? Yeah.
And that's what I always say, man. That's what I always tell the bands too. Is like, because you can tell also from like a band stage show if they've been a touring band or not. It just comes off from the stage.
Oh,
And-
for sure.
You know?
For sure.
And
Absolutely.
there's something about once you do a tour, even if it's gritty, especially if it's gritty, man, like it just gives you this vibe on stage, like nothing phases you,
yeah.
and it's cool. Like that's,
Unless your guitar strap is broken.
oh yeah.
Wait, there was a moment, a
Good
funny
times.
ass moment where
Oh,
his
yeah,
guitar
yeah,
strap
yeah.
was broken right
Don't
at the
put him
show.
under the bus like that, Keenan.
No, it's all
No,
good,
it's,
man.
it's a funny story because it was the last show before they went going on tour. So they asked me if I had a tool to fix it.
That was at Harvard and Stone.
Harvard and Stone.
That's right, man. This is before the show started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
went through I brought some tools from my car and I went through
This was
3 different
hilarious.
tools, and we're all trying to figure out how to get. It was really tough to get in. And then midway through, when I think Ben was fucking around with it because he
Yeah.
was there, I pulled out a real screwdriver.
Yeah.
midway
This
through,
was hilarious, dude.
and it was just so easy to take.
We're fucking with this guitar for like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
trying to get this, this
Yeah.
shit screwed in, right? Like struggling. All of a sudden, Keenan like pulls out this perfect tool and does it, and then it's fucking like, yeah, it was like
It's
a
a
nice
ratchet one,
It was
yeah.
a ratchet. It was like a ratchet screwdriver. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You had this in your pocket the whole time, motherfucker? Like, what-
Yeah, because we were using all these other. I was using other tools. That
It
I
sounds
had.
like something would happen with Keenan.
yeah, it was hilarious, man. Like
You
we're
know
like,
what? I guess I have no choice.
it was so funny. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, like what? Like we're about to go on stage. Like I'm sweating. Like fuck. And he's, oh, I got this. I'm like, what? Pull that shit out like 20 minutes ago.
I know, and it worked perfectly.
But it was awesome, man.
Man, it was a good show.
You saved the show, man.
Yes.
Fucking A, man.
I want to say I gave you a shout out from the stage for that, right? Because
Yes, and I waved.
Which he
in the
probably
background.
loved so much.
it was well deserved.
We have a long running joke that anytime Keenan has done something, it's important you give him credit for it because
Hell yeah,
if you
man.
don't,
Yeah.
he'll let you know.
I did that in the yearbook photo too. It says I created that.
We're gonna give you a thank you on our next album for
Oh,
that,
you
man.
are?
Yeah,
He's like, hey, Keenan, thanks for that one time that you helped me fix my guitar strap. I'm like,
that was the first show of the tour, technically.
Yeah, and I actually want to get back into booking for you guys because I enjoyed doing it. It's very difficult. Like as we talk about, bands not respecting other bands and all these shows and the vendors and how they treat the bands and stuff like that. It's very difficult to get a nice group, to show up, do the show.
But yeah, showing up is half the fucking battle.
Having
man.
people
Big time.
show up with the show, and just making sure that things run somewhat smoothly. But it's a big mind fuck to try and organize all that
is.
stuff without being the lead person, because I can't just tell the vendor what I want because they're like, who the fuck are you? And I can't really tell the band.
You got to build a name.
But I can't
Right,
tell the
right.
bands like do this or else I'm not going to let you go on. 'Cause it's like I need you to go on the show.
Right,
It's-
right.
I'm not there yet.
Is
but-
that what ended up causing the rift between you and your former bass player? Was that he wasn't showing up, or
All right, we're coming full circle here.
wonderful segue.
getting
Loved it.
Let's go.
I leave to Philly. Woo.
Let's go
You know,
back
it's
to the
funny, I
start,
was
man.
about to hit that too.
Yeah. All right. So,
I'm gonna hold it for like hours.
all right.
Yeah.
So that show that we were just talking about, where you fixed my guitar strap, that was our last show with our former bass player.
Shit, I thought I was gonna go on like at least 2 shows on tour.
Well, so here's what happened, man. We'll give you guys.
the lowdown?
This is the lowdown.
Yeah.
This is what happened. This, all right. Here we go. Ready or not?
Yeah.
So we started booking this tour like in February, right, of this year, because it's a big fucking endeavor. You gotta get this shit started early.
Yeah.
2 months after the planning has begun, me, Casey, and Ryan, we're all in on it. I'm sending emails. We're verbally talking about it, making sure our schedules are all good for it, right? 2 months into it, we're at a meeting with the booking agent, and Ryan out of nowhere is like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be in Mexico for the first 2 weeks of the tour on like a family vacation.
What?
Okay.
And I was like, okay, shit. Like that would have been good to know like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, we're not going to fucking cancel the tour. Like that's not cool. So we compromised and it's like, all right, dude, like go do your vacation. It's all good. Me and Casey will figure something out for those first 2 weeks, whether it's like we hire on like a guy or we make bass tracks and play to him. And then you meet us midway for the majority of the remainder of the tour, right? Okay. Yeah. So he books a flight to New York. He's going to come out and meet us. The first couple of weeks are going good. We're playing to bass tracks and having 2-man shows. They're a lot of fun, kicking ass. And we get ready for Ryan to come back and meet us. And he's like, he bails on his flight. And then he quits the band like the next day through a text message. Yeah. We won't get too deep into it.
But see, that's ugly, man.
Yeah, it sucked, man. It for sure sucked.
And is this a common thing that a lot of musicians go through with bands and groups? You know, this sort of like, what the fuck moment?
I don't know. My band broke up because they were forced. I was older and they were forced to choose between living on their own or sticking to college and living with their parents. And they all chose, hey, I don't want to live on my own. And so,
this is hard.
Yeah. I'd already been living on my own for so long.
I have to like work and shit.
Yeah. So they just all quit simultaneously because I was the oldest one there. And I was like, well, that's the end of that.
Yeah, that's sure.
What about you,
I'm
Joe?
not surprised.
Did you have a what the fuck moment?
Our breakup was we just didn't agree on specific things or the course that we were taking, and some people decided that they wanted to do other stuff or take their career in a different route and not necessarily include us. But it's one of those like, yeah, I'm gonna make it and then I'll bring you guys, and we're like, all right, sure.
I've yet to experience something like that. I mean, maybe
Cianan, we're going to make it and then we'll bring you on.
Well, you don't really get that in the science and engineering community. I mean, I guess there are moments where, startup companies or whatnot would bring a bunch of engineers together and we make something to create something, but it's never that speedy in that process.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of trust that goes into being in a band.
Yeah.
Big time, man.
And like once that trust is broken, it's really hard to look at the person the same.
100%.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, it's not like you guys didn't have something on the line, and for them to act like that, just like it's selfish because you had a lot on the line and, you even gave them, it's like, okay, you say music is your thing. Yeah. That's what you want to do with your life. Yeah. We're taking it pretty seriously. We're investing a lot into this. Yeah. And then we even gave you the leeway. We're like, all right, go on your vacation. We get it. It's not a vacation for us, but fuck it. We'll give you that time.
Right.
And then time comes up for you to show up and play your role. Right. And they're like, yeah, not only am I not going to go, but also like, fuck this, I'm quitting. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. Dude, it hit us pretty hard, man. We've been playing together for 3 years, and also him and Casey go back to high school.
It's like, do you even know this person? Like, what the fuck?
So that relationship, that's what, 10 years for you and him? Since
12.
High school? 12?
Yeah.
Fuck. So did he also end the friendship relationship as well, or just the band?
I hope not.
I don't think so. Just we haven't really talked about it since we've gotten back.
Damn.
Yeah, we've been talking about meeting up.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Because I've not to put out names, but I know right now I'm going through 2 people that are in my really close circle that know each other for like 12 years plus and are going through a fight and a breakup and just ending it and having certain family members go against them and stuff like that. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, even I had a moment with somebody too in my life, but I've known them for like,
I'm sorry, Cianan.
But
that's all it takes, man. All it takes is I'm sorry. I mean, the truth is there's probably something out there that isn't being spoken about.
When there's 2 sides to every story.
Sure, man. Sure.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to be able to trust people enough to communicate. Like, I don't know. Some people go through shit. If I'm depressed, I'm going to tell somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I have doubts, I'm going to tell somebody.
Right. But
it's so hard for some people to get there, to be that vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. It's true, man.
It's always a miscommunication that leads to problems.
It's funny because the around the time when we had broken up as a band, we had just locked in a tour. We were doing a tour in like Central America and all that shit.
That's badass.
So
there's a great photo.
Right when we had booked everything, we were ready to go.
Yeah.
We were gonna get the tickets and everything. And the dude's like, you know what? I kind of showed somebody, this whole situation, and like contractually, they're saying that I'm obligated to do something else with somebody else. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go on this tour. And we're like, what the fuck?
Bullshit.
You've known about this whole situation, and like a week prior to us actually leaving, now you're going to say, you can't be a part of this because somebody looked at a contract. Like, what the fuck?
Like, who are you?
Like, where was this contract before? Like, it's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about touring, man. And that's a great point. That's when shit gets real.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't fuck around with going on a tour.
Yeah, that's when it gets real, man. And like, it makes you dig deep. And it's like, if you're not in it as much as you thought you were, then you might get second thoughts, man.
Yeah.
And especially, if everybody wants to tour and stay in fucking Four Seasons hotels and Marriotts and ride in big fucking buses and have fucking crazy orgies every night and be fucking Led Zeppelin, right? Everyone would take that fucking opportunity.
Absolutely.
But the minute it's about sleeping in your van and
the minute that it's dirty and gritty, then people are like, well, maybe it's not worth it. And it's like, well, it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
How much
Although
are
I
you
am
willing to
interested
dedicate
in
it?
doing that, like the nitty gritty on a camp
Dude,
bus tour.
It's fun, man.
I haven't done that in my life. That's like a what do you call it?
Cianan wants to be in the band, guys,
Bucket
by the way.
We already told you you're invited, kid. You're in.
Play the cowbell.
Play whatever you want.
It'll be weird because then you guys will sleep in the van, and who gets to masturbate when? And, it's like weird.
We can schedule it out. I think there's an app for that where you can like organize the masturbating times. Yeah.
Kid's like, fuck it, I'll just do it outside by the van. Just don't look.
He's like, we're gonna park in this corner of Walmart.
We're surprisingly open-minded, man.
Kid's like, I'm gonna go on watch, guys. It's my turn to night shift.
Walmart security pulls up like, what are you doing over here?
I can't stop. I'm already here.
If the vans are rocking, man, don't come and
Look at me.
Be here with me for this moment.
Cool.
No, but it was really fun, man. Even when it's gritty, it's fucking fun. We were
it
camping.
just seems like it just looks fun from an outside perspective.
Hell yeah.
I didn't mean. What the fuck?
Joe's phone has been going off.
Unprofessional as fuck.
Did we catch that last one before that was
I
technical?
didn't even touch my phone. I hadn't even touched my phone.
I know, it just
Your
came
phone
on.
is alive.
But there's a song there's the one I told you about where that's what got me interested in that touring, like guerrilla style touring, which I would call what you did. Is now I can't remember the name of the song. It was a Fall Out Boy song, and it wasn't a very popular one.
Was it about that?
Because the whole music video was showing them in their like Winnebago.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a tour. It was a Winnebago.
Yeah,
they're traveling through the desert.
That's traveling luxury.
That's pretty good.
Really?
We're trying to work our way to that.
Wait. What's the one that was used in the Family Vacation movie?
But would you rather want to ride in a van or a Winnebago? Like
Winnebago's pretty badass.
Oh, hell yeah.
Really?
Dude, I was on set
nice one,
for Space Jam 2.
You're talking about an RV as opposed to
No, okay. Maybe
you're talking about a station wagon.
Station wagon.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was called a Winnebago.
No, Winnebagos are RVs.
Yeah.
God.
You're talking about like the Chevy Chase.
Yeah, that one.
Fucking.
That was in their video.
That's a station wagon.
Oh, fuck.
It's all good. Like the wood panels.
That one.
Oh, yeah, that's hardcore.
That's what they were in. And this popular band, Fall Out Boy, was in that.
Yeah, dude.
In that, and they
like
were.
you said, you got to start somewhere.
And at a grungy
That's how the Black
bar.
Keys started.
Yeah.
They were driving around shitty old fucking vans.
Isn't that El Camino van? That was their tour van,
it's
right?
on the cover of one of their albums, right? El Camino, yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, those are the dues you got to pay. I actually commend you guys because most people, even just showing up to record something, they're like, "Oh, I got to show up to this recording session."
Yeah.
And here you guys are fucking roughing it, like that automatically. Like if and when you do, I should say when you do, like it'll just go to show that you put in the work, man. And most people don't do that shit. They can't even show up to a recording session.
Well, they're great as a duo anyway. Like we all saw them play as a duo.
Oh, damn.
Hey, I'm not sucking on. Oh, come on.
Get some more of that tip right there, Keenan. Get some more of that tip.
You're already in the band, Keenan. No, thank you, man. We really do
This
appreciate
is what
it.
I get for knowing this dude since like junior high. He gets
Yeah,
to
man.
say shit like that.
That's awesome.
Which comes back to the question.
I praise
right?
everybody. I praise you guys too equally as much.
Keenan, you know we like credit just as much as you do.
No, please don't stop
I
it.
keep asking for Joe to come back. Well, he said he was going to come back on the podcast and do his stuff.
We never did.
Well, you know, I said I'm back, but I never said when. Like, when I was
whatever.
going to release something.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we joked around, but like, say for instance, Basis does come along. Is Ways on TV willing to add? people to
Absolutely. Yeah, we're actually once we get a new jam space figured out,
Yeah.
we're gonna start jamming with more people, and yeah, we'd love to have somebody else in the band.
The
Oh, okay.
lockouts and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to figure out something.
Well, have you
yeah.
guys heard of that app? I'm not Vamper.
No, what's Vamper?
VAMPR, right?
Okay.
It's basically like a Tinder for musicians. Yeah, but it's not about dating. It's just about connecting with local musicians.
Nothing weird.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully.
There's nothing weird.
You
like
can also
Jam.
find managers on there, all kinds of shit, producers, Vamper.
Check it out.
Yeah. I actually hit him up. The only reason I know, I hit him up and I was like, hey, if I became like your community spokesman, could I like, find some kind of sponsorship deal with you? You know what I mean? Like I'll meet musicians and help build because it needs somebody driving it,
Big time.
But they recently actually opened it up for people to buy stock in it before they go public.
Okay, shit. Must be going places.
Yeah. It's doing pretty good. I definitely
Nice,
recommend.
When you reached out, they were like,
Yeah, basically. But I only got the idea because there was a guy who used that for another app called Shaper, and
I've heard of Shaper.
Yeah, he literally met 10,000 people on the app, all around the country. Just it's like guerrilla marketing, and any smart company would do it because I really would have gone out of my way if they paid me enough.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet people and be a community spokesman, dude. Easy as shit for me. No problem meeting new people, man. So that being said, I do recommend if you're looking for somebody and it's local to you or whatever, that might help you find someone close by.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
We'll check that shit out.
Yeah.
I literally told that to
Vamper.
someone who works
Vamper.
at this co-working space, and he found a producer, and now they're like working on a fucking album together, man.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
I should send this to them and be like, look, pay me.
There you
There you
go.
go. Want to get a cut?
Yeah.
Finder's fee.
Yeah, man.
we
No,
got to
it's-
get sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does one get us? I thought you just call up like Budweiser and go, hey, we have a cool show. Do
Well,
you want to
you
sponsor
can.
us?
You can.
You can.
That could be part of the process.
It's just sales, man. It's like
Okay.
anything else. All it is business, man.
Hmm.
It's like booking a tour. Hey, look, this is what we can do. This is the job that we bring. What is that worth to you? We think the value is worth this. And they're like, all right. And if they agree,
Like
they agree.
Raised on TV was also raised on Red Bull. Red Bull, you guys want to help us out?
That's right, man.
That might be the new episode name. Raised on TV was also raised on Red Bull.
Casey drinks a lot of Red Bull,
Yeah,
man.
you do.
Sometimes.
Are
Sometimes.
you switching to what?
He
Monster?
says it's so chill too. Yeah, sometimes.
More
of
than
the
anyone else I know.
Yerba mate.
Yerba, hey,
Dude, that's
you got
my
yerba mate
fucking
dude over
jam,
here.
dude.
He says that we had like a case of Red Bull in the van like, when we were fucking touring. It's like, what are you talking about?
It's only a 4-pack.
This shit is
It's only a
so
4-pack, no big
good.
deal.
It doesn't. I don't think it gives me the same energy as it used to. Maybe I drank too much of it in college, but
No, it doesn't do what cocaine does.
You got
Oh,
desensitized,
shit.
man.
Yeah, you should do some cocaine. Is
I
that
don't know
it?
what you're
Nothing
talking about.
Time
replaces
to go to
the,
Coke, man.
nothing replaces the white pony, man.
The white unicorn.
It's a wild ride, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what most of those rock songs were about, right? Get your motor running.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was a good time, the 80s.
Dude.
Yeah. Did you have involvement with a heavy amount, like around your surroundings growing up?
Is it still sex, drugs, and rock and roll out there on the scene?
not definitely what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you asking me, Kenneth? Do I like
or
drugs?
was it just
Are you
most people going, dude, do you smoke weed? That was probably like the most of it. Huh?
Yeah, you know, like when you're at these hangouts or whatever after the shows and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
or during the shows.
Yeah.
It's like a Scarface mountain of cocaine.
Like, what's the drug scene like these days?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends,
The
like
bath
what
salts now?
scene you're
The-
rolling through.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't seen too much of that. Some places, but it's more rare. But you see like the Scarface
hardcore shit.
cocaine
Yeah.
buffet and that kind
Yeah.
of shit. Mostly weed. Well, there's a lot of weed smoking.
You say, dude, don't get that on camera, man.
Maybe a good amount of
Charles over here doing social
psychedelics.
media.
Psychedelics.
Yeah.
I've never done shrooms. I'm kind of curious what that's like.
Most people are
I have some
microdosing
if
these
you
days.
want.
Nice.
Damn, Joe.
I actually think we've reached our soapbox.
Oh, we
moment.
have.
Okay,
Damn,
yeah.
we're already
Okay,
2 hours in.
Damn.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
That's how you know
Rolling
we've been having a
Flies
good
when you're-
conversation.
Yeah, because
Oh,
usually
fuck
the
yeah.
soapbox Yeah. It's it comes late. It's like usually 2:30, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah,
into
it's
or
already
something.
5. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at my phone yet.
Awesome. All right. So then
Yes.
when we head to our soapbox, we usually let the guests start. We're not gonna have you guys fight about it, so you guys can decide.
Oh wait,
Essentially what it is. Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
essentially what it
explain
is.
it. Let's
It's your
explain it.
moment to promote it. Like we're rolling out the red carpet for
I
you.
got you.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
This is your moment to
So
shine.
yeah, this is not something that we will talk over or give opinions or thoughts on it. We're just going to be like silent as best we
Selfless
can.
plugs, whatever
Okay.
you guys
Yes.
want to do, whatever.
And
Time for
there's
us
no-
just to ramble on.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
And there's no cutoff either, right? Or they can
No,
go
yeah,
for
yeah. There's no
All right.
limits,
Yeah.
man.
All right, man. This is Keaton here from Raised on TV. We have a show coming up September 12th at the Loft Theater in North Hollywood. It's going to be a good night. It's a rock-themed little theater show. So that's coming up. We have a new single out right now called Soul on Fire. Please check that out. We feel really proud of that. What else, Casey? You tell him something, man. You tell him something. Sleep. Yeah, go ahead.
Can't think of anything.
No? What else, man?
Any political statements?
Yeah,
anything you want to make?
talk
Literally.
shit about somebody.
The floor is yours.
We probably already did a lot of that, like in the last 2 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. What was I gonna say?
And also, if that's all you've got to say, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of some band shit. We do have a new album that's gonna come out, season 2. So it's we're still getting that figured out. It's gonna be in a couple of months. So yeah, definitely get ready for that. Be on the lookout for that. Fucking
Any bass players listening?
yes, any bass players, any keyboard players, synth players, background singers.
Nice.
Fucking, we'd love to work with you. So please hit us up on our Instagram at Raised on TV Band.
Nice.
We're also on Facebook. We're on Twitter, just at Raised on TV. Fucking raisedontv.com. We're fucking we're renovating our website right now. I was working on that last night.
Nice.
Gonna try to get that all nice and sexy.
Nice.
Fucking, you know.
Yeah.
What else?
Hey, that's it.
Say something, Casey. Goddamn.
And that's pretty much it.
This fucking guy, dude, just leaves me out here with my pants down.
That's how he gets all the ladies,
That's how he
man.
likes it.
He's like,
You like it when your pants
Casey,
are
the
off.
fucking drowning over here, man.
Hey, man, help me out here, man. It's getting really cold. It's getting really cold, man. No, I swear, it's just cold. That's why it's so shriveled.
He's over there like, it's gonna be okay,
It's gonna
man.
be okay, dude.
Just breathe, man.
Just say something, man. Fuck.
Hey.
Fuck, man. What else, man?
Shit. That's great,
Yeah,
man.
fuck. I saw the movie Good Boys last night.
Nice.
That was fucking fun. I reckon go see that shit. I have
Okay.
no affiliation to that film or anyone that's in it.
That's
but
exactly what a soapbox
yeah,
is.
fuck yeah, man.
Dope. Check that out.
Fucking A, yeah. God damn.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a fun movie. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Well, if Casey, you got nothing else to say, I think I might be done.
Okay, cool.
This fucking guy, man. This fucking guy. All right.
All right.
That's all we got.
That was great.
My soapbox is I got approached by a homeless lady who was pretty attractive, and I thought, shit, this might go down. I might finally get it. I might finally get the homeless woman I always wanted to fuck.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
He's not even joking.
Like pretty much every podcast, that's 4 or 5 episodes, I've been saying I really just want to fuck a homeless person because I haven't had sex in a while. So
Why couldn't it just be metaphorically?
no, it's literal.
I'm about to be living in my van in a few weeks, so I think that counts. That counts as homeless.
Just trying to help a friend out.
Whoa,
Oh, sorry. Continue. My bad. It's a soapbox.
I have to think about.
And now he's looking at you like, did you mean it?
I just like broke the soapbox right there.
Watch the next soapbox. Like, so I just had sex with Keith.
It's fucking awesome.
He's a really good friend, you know. I really,
And Q's like, I was the bottom, so it kind of worked out.
Hey, man. It's taking me back to Toronto.
No, legit though, this is serious. I was actually walking from getting my lunch, and this person, this lady was walking towards me. I was like, she looks pretty cute. and as she's getting closer, I mean, there was no clear signs of like homelessness. I'm not sure if there's like signals. I mean, there's probably are signals, but it was
usually they're wearing 2 sets of headphones.
But their clothes weren't tattered or anything like that. Not mangled hair. But and this is probably like a bad prejudgment on myself, because when she approached me and she asked me where the welfare office was. So I don't know why my inclination was like, oh, okay, you must be homeless. I'm a horrible person. So.
Oh, man.
But the way she did it was like very polite and kind, and it looked like she was like checking me up and down. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, holy shit, I should say something to like get something going. And that's all I was thinking. So it kind of fucked up my vibe, because I was not expecting this at all.
You got it in your head.
Yeah, it got in my head. I couldn't, you know, come out with the words, be like, you know, let's just bang it out for like a couple bucks if you need some money.
Bang it out, man. I'm gonna try that line. How about we just bang it out tonight?
Oh God!
It was a great uplifting day, because that, you know, it was. I was
like the homeless lady today.
Man, the listeners are gonna have a ball with this, Keenan.
This is a real.
You just profiled a woman. Thought maybe you could get something.
Hey, I was. This was a thought. It wasn't like I did anything, you know, bad. It's just a thought. I can have thoughts, right?
Only up until the actions. Right.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is where that was going through my mind. Maybe I actually do have morals as a human being, because
you're like, you're welcome. I didn't fuck you,
or I didn't do any sort of creepy, perverted thing physically. Just okay. The welfare office is 2 blocks down by the lights. You'll see it when you see the tents and the people waiting outside. And she was like, okay, cool. And then she walked away, and I walked back to work. But I was just giving you my
boner. And
I was just giving you my thoughts.
Dear diary.
That's beautiful.
I fell in love today.
That's beautiful, man.
A lady asked me where the welfare office was.
And I didn't try to fuck her, but I wanted to.
Or I didn't do anything pervy or disgusting.
Okay.
She wasn't homeless enough for me.
Oh,
hey, man.
Shit, this soapbox is all over the place.
I'm just saying, it was something that made me think about, like, my thought process is what goes through my head, and people don't really know, like.
No, they don't.
People don't really know how much I want to fuck them.
I just want to get it in. Just like,
so beautiful,
time.
Man. They don't know.
It was a funny moment. I thought it was hilarious
awesome.
in my head. So I was like, okay, I'm going to save it for the podcast. Because this happened on like a Tuesday, Wednesday. So I've been holding this in for a while.
What part of town were you in?
I was, I will not say. Because I am there every day for 9 to 5. So, not that I was hoping to see the person again, but, but then again, it's awesome. You don't have to be dolled up in like a Victoria's Secret commercial.
Have pussy. That's it.
that is way too generic, Philly. Come on now. We had conversations about what I really want, but I'm just saying it's.
Your soapbox at your persona on the podcast doesn't speak the same of your heart, dude.
No, it doesn't. It's all entertainment here.
It's a great story.
And funniness. Well, I mean, a lot of times I don't get to speak the thoughts that I have, except to maybe Joe or Philly on occasion. And even them, they don't get all the stuff that happens. So
They don't get all the nasty shit.
the fact that we have this platform, this is me showing my appreciation for being on the podcast, is I get to let people know what really goes on in my mind, whether it's good, bad,
I never
weird,
acted
strange.
on it. I just thought it.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah. Fuck everyone, all right?
All right. Fuck them all.
And with that, I guess that's your episode.
Yeah, that's my soapbox.
Nice,
Fuck you
man.
guys.
Well said. Well said.
Beautiful, man.
I once saw some homeless people fucking in an alley. It was not a pretty sight, man. It was really aggressive and scary.
Oh, shit.
It smelled, and I was 2 blocks away.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Holy
It was some wild shit.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
And homeless people do fuck. So
Oh,
remember
sure.
that. Yeah.
Wow. I don't even want to know the dynamics behind that.
We're taking a turn right now, man. There's no going back.
You can't unsee that kind of shit.
No.
Filthy animal.
Yes.
All right. My soapbox. So I've got an interesting one. I was actually talking to Joe about this last night, and I'm glad I saved it for the soapbox. I remember listening to another podcast where a guy came on and he was talking about when he was taking acting classes back in college, he realized that he wasn't an actor. And this is related sort of towards, to frame this, it's related to how you can define or better understand yourself and where you want to be in life and what you want to do. He noticed that in acting class, whenever he was working on a scene with someone, he knew exactly how it should be said, how it maybe even should look, but he couldn't get himself to do it. Like he just didn't want, it was almost like just that it wasn't for him. And he started asking questions, like, is this really what I want? And I relate it to how when I watch an artist, I pay more attention to their energy than I do what they're saying or anything else, which makes me understand, like, maybe I'm not a songwriter by any stretch of the imagination, but I always bring the energy. And the same thing goes with him. He said, maybe I'm not an actor. Maybe that's why I should be a writer instead. And so I think there are areas in our lives where we may have a little bit of, it's kind of muddy. Should we really be doing this? And anytime you have questions, like, look to what really calls you. It's just like what Steven Spielberg said about that thing that whispers at you. The thing that you see, remember, you're the one that has the eyes to see it, the ears to hear it, and the hands to build it. So look at who you really are and embrace that. And don't try to fight that, because that really is where you have leverage. The door is open for you there. So walk through it. That's my soapbox.
Nice, man. I like that.
Nice.
Well said.
And
Beautiful.
he didn't say that he had nothing prepped.
He actually
says he has nothing prepped.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing is he actually had a soapbox planned, and it was shorter than his
I
unplanned.
know,
plans.
right?
That was great.
Yeah.
It's quick and to the
That
point.
was like Jerry Springer's final thought.
I know it could be the raunchiest episode ever, and then Jerry comes on. He's like, we have to remember that we're still people and human beings,
right,
and
man.
we need to love each other. We need
He brings it all home.
God damn
man.
it, Jerry!
We're gonna start some shit today. It's always his fault too.
Oh, yeah.
Just Joe.
Time
Just
for the
Joe.
soapbox to close it all.
You know what? I didn't prepare anything
Oh,
today.
yeah.
He's taking my job
wing
now.
Damn, I honestly, I have a perfect life, so I don't know.
Fine, man.
This guy.
I don't have
Congratulations.
complaints.
Oh my God.
What's your secret, Joe?
I just live, I just live. I really, I can't think. Oh, no. Damn.
What?
Shit. We're okay. We're at a very weird time, in television right now, because the summer's ending, so the TV's coming back on, like new seasons of stuff. So I'm in this weird place because I love to watch TV. I definitely was raised on TV.
Hell yeah.
And it's always a weird time for me, the end of summer, because all the programming that I was watching before summer is about to come back, and I'm trying to find things to watch. Like, it's weird. So right now, I caught up on like Chernobyl on HBO, which is great. So if you guys haven't seen Chernobyl, it's amazing. It's based on like the nuclear meltdown of the nuclear power plant in Chernobyl back in like 1986. So it's a really good show to watch. If you've never seen it or heard of it, it's definitely something you want to watch. And just I've really been bigging up that one. Yesterday we went to watch the Matrix 20th anniversary, so that was super dope. Watched it in Dolby. It's just amazing how consistent that movie is, and how it hasn't dated. Like, even though a lot of like the tech and stuff that they had on it is like super dated, but like the concept, the idea, just, you know, us living in the Matrix, like this is all fake, you know. And what really matters and what doesn't, you know, like, so that's kind of cool. I'm glad I got to do that.
Nice.
You know, just living, you know, I'm living a great life, you know.
Fuck yeah, man.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
That's beautiful.
I really don't.
No, we could all stand to be able to appreciate a little more. Like, I think that's probably, I mean, not that my opinion matters, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways. I really do think that one of the strengths that Joe has is that he's able to just look at his life and be happy about it and appreciate it and push it further every day. Yeah. You know, I'm more of the person that has their head in the future and shit, and like nothing in the present is ever good enough.
And I'm just doing dirty ass shit over in my area.
Trying to fuck homeless people.
Trying to fuck homeless people, you know what I mean? When you probably have a bunch of girls who would just love for you to take them out.
Oh, fuck you, Philly.
But you're more concerned
like
about
that.
the homeless.
If only you didn't have a home.
Yes. Then you would be.
Then you would turn me on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. You know, it's always, what is it? The Koreans have a saying: it's always darkest at the bottom of the lamp. And sometimes we don't see the people that might be trying to text us or talk to us or hang out with us, who are already there.
Dude, that's what Judd Nelson was trying to tell me, man.
These ninth graders, man.
They were at the bottom of the lamp.
Can you imagine like being 15 or 14 and Judd Nelson, this fucking icon of the 80s.
Trust me.
Be like, yo, this is what you want to do.
Fuck every girl in that school.
And you're like, and you don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
And then it isn't until years later that you're like, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, he was right. Uncle Judd knew, man. I should have listened more.
Man, you got to take advice where you can get it, man.
Yeah, he's trying to tell me something, man.
I wish somebody would have told me that.
Yeah, man.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of episode 40 of the None of Our Business podcast with Phil, Cianan, myself, Joe, and raised on TV.
Thanks for having us, guys.
I was raised on the TV. You don't know, now you know me. We did it all and we said it all and we can't stop. We about to have a ball, bring it all down. Cause I'm taking it, giving it just for a moment in time. I'm waiting for King to drop a line. I'm waiting to drop a bomb. I'm getting it back a dime. I keep going on and I got the fucking song. Yeah,
nice try, Philly. Get your woman out.
Suck your man's dick.
And vote for me for president.
Hey.
Fuck, got my vote.